Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hi.
Evening.
Everybody feel like they're ready to get started?
I'm good.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody, please arm yourselves with pens and shield yourselves with graph paper as we gather around the campfire of our collective imaginations. Tonight, we join our gifted youngsters and one elderly gifted at the School for Gifted Youngsters, owned by Richard Aeleres XV. You probably came here one way or another, seeing a commercial on TV, on YouTube, explaining that this is a place for special individuals. You knew that you needed help in order to get control of your powers. As you approach the school, you see what you might call mutants, people who are not gifted in the same way all of you are. You all have subtle mutations. So there's the one of them, he appears to be a yellow individual. He's floating some school supplies around his head. There's a boy and a girl. They are kind of taking turns showing off their regeneration abilities. And so she's like cutting off her hair, he's clipping his fingernails, and they're going right back. And then this additional student to the top right with the purple hair, she is projecting energy out of her hands. It appears that she's a fire projector. As you are all getting there, Theodore, you are the only elder person here at this cohort, this, let's say, 2023 spring semester. And you take hold of the situation. You sort of introduce yourself, you try to comfort everybody, to say that although maybe you don't look like a student, you are. Please give him treat you the same as they would treat anybody else. While Nina is feeling shy at the moment, she really can't get a word edgewise between all of the hubbub. And Samantha and Nathan, they're approached by the boy and the girl showing off their regeneration powers. They say very bluntly, "Oh hey, welcome to the school. What do you guys do? What's your gift?"
I'm a shapeshifter. I tend to take the form of things that are pretty common around here. I'm not very skilled yet, but I can do a nice cat and dog.
I'm going to ask GM Ben to describe Nathan for us.
Nathan is fairly thin. Definitely does not look very physically imposing at all. Wears a bit kind of like baggy clothes, probably just trying to hide his slim frame. Seems very open and chatty though. He definitely is not a reserved person, but physically it looks like if you bump into him too hard, you'll probably bruise him a little bit. But he is definitely outgoing. He, would happily chat with anyone and everyone around. Has a backpack on his back filled with various tools and stuff. Just anytime he moves, they kind of clank around a little bit. But overall, seems very excited to be here.
Thank you for volunteering to roleplay so eagerly. The boy says, "Oh wow, that's really cool. I love cats." And then the girl's going to point at Theodore and says, "How about you, Salt and Pepper? What's your power?"
I can blow shit up with my mind.
Wow, that's so cool. Why don't you describe Theodore for us?
Okay, so Theodore is a 75-year-old man. He's a professor at the College of Harvard, and well, on first glance, I suspect that most people would assume he's a teacher here, but on second glance, he does not. He looks like he's in amazement at all of this, because he hasn't really seen anything this many mutants in the same place. So he's kind of new to all of this, like knowing that there are other mutants other than himself. So yeah, he's just looking really amazed all around, and that's pretty much him.
She's going to offer one of her locks of hair and say, "Could you blow this up?"
Okay. I guess Theodore just picks up the piece of paper, the hair, and honestly, the second he does, it just like blows up. You can feel the air rush out around it in a shock wave. It instantly evaporates.
This is totally narrative. I've got no problem with you not spending power points, not rolling for it. Yeah, just you psychokinetically sunder this lock of hair and you get a little squeal of excitement. And then she's going to turn to Samantha and say, "Hey, how about you? What are you here for?"
I was raised in a lab and I escaped. I have special powers. I can boost my abilities, I can project force fields, and I can see in the dark.
Boost your abilities, force fields. That's quite diverse. I don't think I've ever met anybody. Most of us, we just have one power, so I guess you're super gifted. And then the boy and the girl, they're gonna kind of like crowd around Nina, like kind of tower over her. They got that shadow under their face, like the flash that's going on, and they say, "What about you?"
Powers over nature. I prefer to be in the forest.
We don't really have a garden around here anywhere, but maybe you'll want to speak with the landscaper. Maybe the groundskeeper will want to take you under his wing. I'm sure that sounds very useful. Nature powers, weird. And it's at that point I'm going to take a small narrative break to mention what you can spend bennies for. I have a setting rule I'm using called power stunts. All of your powers have a very specific thing that they say they can do. If you want to do something that's beyond those and beyond the rule of cool, which I always foster, then we can say you spend a benny. You can either use that to like bump up the power die, like the damage dice or the effect dice on your power, or you could use it to create an entirely new power that's within your trappings. So Nina Pierce has 3 powers. If she wanted to instead summon a flower, which is not within her current power pool, she could spend a benny to do so. Make sense?
Okay.
Just so long as it's within the description of your current power set. And it's around that time when the door opens. A man in a wheelchair rolls out and says, "Oh, welcome, class of 2023. My name is Richard Aeleres XV, and this is my school for the gifted. Please come in." Here, our students learn to control their incredible talents and use them to advance or protect our society. Here, we have experienced mentors and teachers from both academic and practical backgrounds. Some faces may be familiar, but many of our mutants will be novel to you. Most of our students discover their powers as infants, but some gain them later in life. As he looks to Theodore, we appreciate those of you who have had to struggle throughout your life because we understand that society and humanity as a whole is not ready to accept us for our gifts. You have the potential to be the best, to be more than humanity thinks is possible, and here we hope to teach you the gifts and secrets of them. Welcome to Aeleres School for Gifted Youngsters. Perhaps you've heard of our teachers. As he enters into the auditorium, there are 5 essentially superheroes in full garb in front. With his powerful optic blast, Esper, who can move objects through will alone, Dr. Muscles, who has a simian physique and genius intellect, Seraph, famous for his wings and acrobatic talent, or the Badger. They are all the best at what they do, and that isn't always nice. Dr. Muscles, the female Dr. Muscles, is going to take Richard Aeleres by the wheelchair and break him up. Society has shunned some of you from birth. If your reputation is obvious or first manifested in public, you do not need to hide these gifts while you are here. Consider our campus a safe haven. That does not mean it is without dangers. However, we do have the talented nurse Violet Ogham on our payroll in the event of accidents. To encourage some healthy competition, we'll be dividing this year's cohort into teams for a friendly game of basketball. Hopefully, this will be an opportunity for you to express your powers in a new way. I was expecting at least 5 players here. There's 5 people to a basketball team. So I'm going to put 1 NPC on your team, and then there's going to be 5 NPCs against you. You four, please take your place in the center of the stadium.
This is gonna be a bloodbath.
Well, I suppose blood can be shed, but this is a friendly game of basketball. I'm sure that would be considered a foul.
Yeah.
So who's the tallest? I'm only 5'4".
It's probably Cheyenne, who is coming over right now,
Okay.
but possibly Theodore. Theodore's a fully grown man.
I mean, yeah, when he was younger, he was really darn tall.
So Cheyenne is eager to take point, but if somebody else wants to do it, he will absolutely allow it. He's had enough time on the field.
I'll probably take front.
Gonna play center.
Yeah.
Tip off.
Esper waves her hand and pulls a basketball from the ceiling, and then it suspends itself in the center. To enter initiative, I'm going to put everybody into combat mode, and then I'm going to draw a card for everybody. A new card is going to be drawn at the beginning of every round. So when your turn is over, when the entire round is over, just your place in initiative could change, which means if you have no low initiative on this round, you could end up going first the next round and even be the last here and the first next time and go back to back. It's part of the fast, fun, and furious spirit of the Savage Worlds game system.
Very similar to Deadlands.
It is what Deadlands has evolved into.
Yeah.
So one of these upperclassmen is first in initiative. The ball gets tossed in the air, and then he's going to run up and try to catch it. He's making a single action, so it's just going to be an athletics check.
Oh,
And he does not pass. He's not a wild card, so he just rolls the one die. He fumbles, so as he jumps for it, he actually misses it entirely, skids, and he's going to get a little bit of fatigue for bumping and bruising himself on the floor. Next up is Cheyenne. Cheyenne is going to take 2 actions. In this game, you can take multiple actions, up to 3 per turn. For every action after the first, you get a -2 penalty. So if you take 3 actions, that's a -4 penalty to all of the actions. Rules as written, you're supposed to say exactly what you're going to do for every action, but my house rule is you just say how many actions you're going to take, and then we just resolve them one at a time.
so does movement count as an action?
Great question. Movement is a free action. You can move up to your pace, and as a free action, if you want to move further, it's called running. So on your character sheet, you can roll the running die just to the right of your pace, and that's going to determine how many additional inches you can run. However, when you run, you get a -2 penalty to all of your actions, which stacks with the multiple action penalty. So you can theoretically, 3 actions and running, get a -6 to everything.
One more question. Are we allowed to use our powers in this game?
You are encouraged to use your powers in this
Gotcha.
game. This is a chance to let loose for the first time possibly in your lives. So Shine is going to boost his athletic skills and then try to go for that ball.
Oh,
Cheyenne fumbles. When you fumble, a power check that causes you to be shaken, kind of like an emotional distress situation, and you would lose control of all of your powers. So Cheyenne tries to boost, but simply cannot, is also fatigued by this effort, and still going to go for the ball.
so if he was maintaining other powers, he would have lost them too?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Going
That's
forward.
good.
Yeah, he is at
Oh.
least a good sports guy.
Get a sports ball.
And so while he does not enhance himself further, he shows that he was a jock in his real life. So he grabs that ball, and then so he moved 2 inches so far. I'm simplifying it so to say the diagonals are 1 inch. I know that breaks the Cartesian rules. It's not how math actually works. We're just gonna simplify it. And that's his turn. Next up is Nina.
So we use PowerPoints, right?
Yes, when you're using a power, it costs power points. If you do it from your character sheet or from the hotkey, from the hotkey menu, it'll do it automatically. If you do it from the quick menu, then it'll give that like boost trait like it did for Cheyenne, and we have to do it, just click subtract, and it'll do it.
Okay. Well, I want to try to do entangle on the people like right in front.
So
Right behind
first,
the ball there. Oh, right in front of Cheyenne.
First, roll your power check to see if it activates. You don't spend the power points if it fails.
So I roll focus.
It would be easier if you click on the power itself.
Okay. And then I click the focus button.
Before you click focus, I thought Entangle had a template. No, it doesn't. So first, target who you want to entangle. This is usually easiest by mousing over them and hitting T, no left click, just T on your keyboard.
Okay.
Cool, so you're going for the jumper, and now roll focus. Through the power. Got a nice little animation right there. And he's certainly entangled.
So now that automatically subtracts the power points.
Yes, that has cost you 2 power points, it's already done. If you had spent additional power points, that's when you could have made it a medium blast template. That's what I was thinking of. You could have chosen to expand it.
I think that's fine for a first action.
He is bound. And you still have your free movement. You can move up to 6 inches. In this game, 1 inch is equal to 2 yards in the real space.
Yeah, I'm not very good at athletics. The ball is free.
No,
the
Cheyenne
ball
has the ball.
Cheyenne has the ball.
Okay. Well, I'll move backward.
Sure. And then we'll move on to the next person. This one is a mentalist. They're going to boost this a little bit, turning it into a large template, which will cost them 4 power points. So they do manage to activate it. Now I'm going to put the template down. Nathan, Nina, and Theodore need to make a smarts check to resist this. It's going to be at a -2 because they got a raise on their activation. Nathan is going to be confused. Theodore and Nina are also confused now.
So which one was the mentalist?
The one right in front of Cheyenne.
Okay.
So you're both distracted and vulnerable. If you just open your character sheets, just click distracted and vulnerable on that front page for me, please. Those are common conditions that end at the end of your next turn. And then the mentalist is going to run past to hopefully receive a ball if somebody else can take it from Cheyenne.
To get a sprint?
Just a regular pace.
Okay.
Then this one is the flyer. She's going to try to take the ball from Cheyenne. It's going to be an athletics check against his parry. Doesn't happen. Cheyenne keeps the ball. The one in front is a shifter. They're going to make a multi-action, one to activate their power, and then another one to try and also take the ball. That should have been at a -2, which is still successful, but not with a raise. For some reason,
what did she turn into?
She turned into a dog, but it made this little
girl.
gray.
Does she know what a dog looks like, or?
Oh, it's a gun. I see that now when I zoom in. I thought that was the feet, the flippers.
Well, this was working for Nathan at least, so let's just say that this person is a dog now. There's no rules that says a dog can't play basketball.
The white hoodie one is the dog. Okay.
Yeah, that's the dog right now. And so they do beat his defense. So bam, that manages to pull the ball out of his hands, no foul, and they haven't moved yet. So the dog is dribbling with its mouth, and dogs are fast. So I'm going to move forward 8 inches.
Can you move through somebody else's square like that?
It was supposed to be like, I was trying to do it so that
Okay.
she was going between them. You cannot move through enemy squares.
Okay, but yeah, she could have moved between them.
And now it's Nathan's turn.
I'm just going to take one action. I'm going to try to shift into a raptor, a hawk in particular.
All right, make your roll.
I am going to Benny that, yes.
So if you just click on the bottom right, there's a reroll with Benny option. Much better. So that is actually due to the -2, still with a raise. So your form is going to be a little bit stronger than usual.
Excellent. And I have not moved yet, so I'm going to move.
See, the transformation works for him for some reason, but not those other guys.
It's just a skill issue.
Oh wow, I didn't notice all the people in the stands over there. That's cool.
I tried.
And basically I'm going to position myself in front of them.
Claw out their eyes.
So it looks like next up is the Conjurer. And Nathan is no longer vulnerable or distracted. As we said, it does automatic. I really like that about SWADE and Foundry. This person is going to try to create a barrier, preventing you guys from actually making a hoop if you try to throw it in. So they're basically guarding their own hoop. And they do not pass. They focus on their basketball hoop, and it doesn't seem like you could see reality start to flicker around it, but nothing has taken hold, and then there's going to move closer to it. It is Theodore's turn.
Okie dokie. Let's see if I can... Okay, let's do some magic. I think I'm going to use Havoc on this guy right in front of me.
If you wanted to use Havoc and not affect your ally or yourself at the same time, because it's an area of effect, like it's like a big burst, you would need to spend an additional power point. That's all it costs to make it selective.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I should do that. So 2 power points. So
Should be, and then it would be 3. So then roll the focus power first, because you might not spend anything if you don't make the focus roll.
Oh, okay. Let's roll focus. So that's skills, right?
No, there should be focus on the right side in the chat, as it says trait rolls focus.
In the chat. Yeah, focus. Roll.
You do activate the power with a raise. So click MBT and place the medium blast template.
MBT. Medium. I guess centered on this guy, right?
Wherever you want.
Okay, right on him. And I add a PowerPoint.
I already subtracted for you, so it's not add.
Okay.
It would be, you would change that 2 to a 3 and then hit subtract, which I already did for you. So now you're down to 12 power points.
Okay, so is this guy Dunzo or?
So anyone touched by the template is distracted. So first they're distracted, and they're going to make a strength roll at a -2 because you got a raise.
Just too good.
Because of the negative modifiers, they are tossed. And I'm going to say that they drop the ball from the Havoc, and they're thrown 2d6 inches. I'm just going to roll 2d6 real fast. Directly away from the center, but they were at the center. So which direction do you want to go? Just tell me, like, in a clockwise, like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, where you want them to go.
I guess 12 o'clock? Would that hit Nathan?
It would not hit Nathan. It would launch them out of the boundaries and onto the stage.
Out of game.
I'm going to easily say that the audience claps at that impressive display of power. And you still have 2 inches of movement left if you want to use them.
Okay. I think I'd just pick up the ball and give it to Nathan.
So that would be a free action to pick up the ball, but you're then because you're handing it to a bird, and the question is, like, it's a raptor, hard to get a grip on it. You're gonna have to wait until Nathan's turn to make an athletics check to properly grasp it. But you can now have possession of the ball, no problem.
Okay, I have the ball.
Typically, people get a free action to do like regular stuff, like if you want to open up a door, if you want to draw a weapon that's ready, like on your hip. But it's an action if you want to reload a weapon, pull a weapon from a backpack, things like that. It is Samantha's turn.
All right, I'm gonna take one action and then move. I want to boost athletics, so I have to roll the focus first, right?
Yes, roll your boost trait power.
I have it down in my quick bar.
Also works, and then they'll still pop up a thing. Just roll focus and hit roll.
So I want to add a PowerPoint to add the 2 inches of movement. I forget what it's called.
I think it's called hurry.
Hurry, yeah.
So yeah, use that prompt to modify how much you're spending, and I'll put hurry on you if you succeed.
Extra PowerPoint, and then click on focus, the focus button.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is a success. Boosting athletics by 1 step because there's 1.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna last for 5 rounds.
And then I am going to move. I now have a pace of 8. Each one of these is 1, or is they 2? I forget what you said.
Every square is 1 inch. Every inch is 2 yards.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, that was an effective turn. Back to the top. Everyone's gonna get a new action card.
Can I delay?
You can delay. So there's 2 ways delay works. It's called waiting, and then if you're the first person, you can wait and just let you can operate after any other person. But if you want to interrupt their action, you're going to need to make an athletics roll to try and interrupt them.
Okay.
So like if somebody if you were in position, you could try to interrupt somebody trying to grab the ball, pitch the ball, like that, or you can just say, "It's my turn now," once somebody else ends their turn. So you're waiting.
Yep.
Next up is the dog. They're still distracted, but they're going to run. So let's roll their pace. So they can move 10 inches. That's 7. They're going to try to take the ball from Theodore.
You better not.
Nope.
They do not. And then they're going to keep moving.
I am one strong old man.
Now it is Theodore's turn.
Okay, well, that dog running, he's right in front of me, like a few squares, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna nail that dog with a power using, I guess burst? Yeah, burst seems good. Yeah. So is that just like, focus?
Yeah, it would still be your focus.
Okay. And away we go.
So because you pass, now hit subtract to remove those 2 power points, and then place the cone. For the cone, you might have to scroll your mouse wheel to rotate it. And then the short end of the teardrop is going to be on Theodore. Not like in front of him, on him.
Okay, So do I just click on cone?
Hit click cone and then use your mouse wheel to like turn it around, and then keep in mind that this has friendly fire, so anybody who's hit by it is going to be affected by your thunder shot.
Okay, so does that hit anyone? Does that only hit that guy?
Anybody in the cone.
Okay.
Because you didn't declare that you wanted to be selective, but because it's just a PowerPoint cost, if you want to make it selective, I don't mind. I would have subtract 1 more, and you'll be at 9 PowerPoints.
Nina, are you okay with maybe kind of being a little bit in the way? Or do you want me to,
It's up to you.
I mean, I really, really want to kill this dog.
I don't think you want to kill anyway. This is a friendly game.
Yeah, I don't. Okay,
Knock him out.
Knock him out. Yeah, euthanasia it's a little far, but you know. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna hit. Bim bam boom.
I think you positioned it just right so that you're just hitting that person.
Okay, yeah, I'm amazing.
So, you activate it, you succeeded. So that's going to take 2d6 damage. So now you can click, make sure that you have them targeted, and then hit the 2d6 for damage.
Okay, so how do I target? Just like
Mouse over and then hit T on your keyboard. Not a left click, just T on the keyboard when you mouse over
yeah,
the little gray person.
and just 2d6 roll
The
damage.
2d6 is in, damage.
7.
And so that is enough to shake them.
Better shake him.
Shaken is another one of the very common conditions in this game. At the beginning of your turn, your character is going to roll spirit, and then if you succeed, you're no longer shaken. If you fail, your character is shaken until that turn. Shaken means you can't take any actions whatsoever, although you can still take free actions. So you could like open doors and run away. Alternatively, at any point, you can spend a Benny to not be shaken. I, as the game master, I have 1 Benny per player character. Also, some of the NPCs against you have Bennies. These are not wildcard NPCs. I'm not going to spend a Benny on any of them. They are shaken. Are you moving at all? You have the ball in your hand.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna give it to. Yeah, I was gonna give it to Nathan, but have I already is it already been past his turn?
Sorry, I think I misspoke. It is actually Nathan's turn.
Oh. Okay, then
So we can say that happened, and maybe Nathan waited. If you're cool with that, Ben.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And then free action, you hand the ball over to him. It is Nathan's turn. Make an athletics check to grasp this with your small bird claws. However, keep in mind, I have no idea how a bird dribbles. So make an athletics check -2. I think people would all agree that it wouldn't be fair for a bird just to pick it up and fly. That'd be breaking the rules.
That's not very sporting of all these guys.
And so Nathan does fail. I want you to fly to where you want it to go with the ball.
It didn't roll a wild die with that.
It did not. Do you just want to? That's worth noting about your forms. Make sure Ace is selected at the bottom right, and then just roll a d6. We'll see how that goes. And then
still fail.
Still a fail. So please move your character where you'd like to be, where you intended to be with the ball.
I would have headed down this way.
Yeah, because the bird is really fast. Like the raptor has a ridiculous pace. I probably should have balanced it a little bit, but I like the idea of this being like the fast form. I'm going to roll a d12. The ball is going to scatter in the clock directions. It's going to roll
out of bounds.
12 o'clock, but it's going to be from like halfway through. So it moved here. And then it's going to bounce back 2d6. 9 inches back. Right over Theodore.
Okay.
And so you grab the ball and like you try to dribble, but your forward momentum pushes it and it bounces once, and then the rotation of your movement, you get that Magnus effect and it rolls backwards. Theodore's turn is over.
I guess it's my turn now.
It's the
Since
mentalist's turn.
Oh,
sure. Yeah, at any time you wanted to. So is that before the mentalist?
Yeah. So if I run, what do I do?
On your character sheet, there's the pace option, and to right of that, there's a little 6. That's your d6.
Mm-hmm.
Click that d6. That's your run die.
Okay, so that's in addition to my pace. All right, so I can go.
So your pace is 13.
6, 12, 13. And I am going to take one action to boost.
Yeah.
I guess I could boost.
You could boost focus, yeah.
Yeah.
And so long as you don't fumble, then your other powers are still maintained.
Yep. And I want to add Shroud to that.
That's fine.
Yep. So that'd be 2.
I rolled that smarts because I forgot that when your character gets shaken and you take and you're concentrating on power, they make a smarts check. So this person is no longer a dog. But please continue. All right, so your focus is boosted.
And I have Shroud, so if somebody's trying to target me, what is it, 1 or 2 harder?
It's a 1 penalty.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's the mentalist's turn. They're going to try and go for the ball. So rolling, running for them. They can move 10 inches. Because nobody's contesting the ball, it's just a free action for them to grab it. And then they're going to move 4 more inches back.
Why wouldn't he shoot?
He would shoot. Sorry, I was thinking of where you guys were trying to go. Thank you.
I mean, unless he wants a 3-pointer.
Probably not. And then athletics.
Yeah, he made
And
it.
they make the
no.
hoop. The bell whistles. That's 1 point for them because they're very close.
All right.
And then we reset.
Okay.
Right?
Don't we just take it out of bounds out here?
Can I discuss this strategy with you guys?
So Theodore's got to put the timeout motion.
We have a strategy.
I mean, yeah. So what I'm thinking is, I got a power called Elemental Manipulation. It allows me to basically move around objects with my mind. So what I'm thinking of doing is, once the ball gets reset in the middle of the court, I just grab it and I shoot from half away, and I try to land the shot with my powers.
As a meta thing, you might have to put a little bit of extra juice into that. The range on that is your smart, but for every power point you put into it, you can double it or triple it.
Okay.
So 1 for a double, 2 for triple.
Okay. Yeah. So, would I have do you think I'd have a lot of control over the ball? Would I roll focus to see if I can control the ball to get into the hoop?
If you pass the activation, I would say you've got total control. And
Okay.
there's no rule against using psychokinetic powers to manipulate the ball without dribbling. It's not your hands, right? You can't hold the ball. That's not technically holding the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I just threw the ball into the hoop. I'm just that good. You can't prove I used my powers.
Also, this is your powers are obvious. The ball's going to be wreathed in psychokinetic energy, but it's totally within the rules of this friendly game.
They're just tripping, okay? They're just high on drugs, okay? This is a school. They shouldn't be doing that.
So it seems like your group is okay with this idea? That you're the one taking the throw?
So when the ball comes back into play, are we going back to center court, or are we throwing it back in from out of bounds under our goal?
He's throwing it from out of bounds.
Okay.
And it is...
You can't score a basket from out of bounds. It has to be inbounded first.
Well, you pass it to someone inside. Yeah.
And then he can do it. Yeah.
Then I can absolutely ruin their days.
Cheyenne says he'll wait at the 2-point line.
All right, I'll take the ball out.
Okay, so where would I have to be to catch the ball?
It depends on how much juice you put into it, because your basic range is 8 inches, and then if you add another power point, it's 16 inches, and then an additional power point becomes 24 inches. So for 24 inches, you could be literally anywhere in the field.
Okay, so I'm thinking of only doing it I guess I could. How many PowerPoints do I still have? Let's just see. Okay, I have 10 out of 15, so I'll have 8 by the end of it. I think I can get around with 8. Yeah, so yeah, just wherever the ball's getting thrown, just I guess point me to there, and I'll just catch it and I'll throw it into the hoop.
Well, don't we have to redo initiative again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to just go through the entire cycle, and it's going to redraw.
Okay.
Oh, that works.
So yeah, I shouldn't be taking the ball. Oh, that's it's gonna take me a while to pass the ball in. Somebody with better initiative should throw it in, but I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. Like everybody's waiting, which means just like after Samantha, it's gonna be like a frantic people trying to interrupt each other scenario. All right,
so,
Samantha, make your athletics check. This is to target the ball properly.
All right. So we're throwing it to Theodore? Is
Yeah.
that the plan? Okay. Athletics check.
Can't you boost athletics with your powers?
I already did.
Oh, good.
So I made it.
And so you do manage to get it into like towards Theodore, and now these three are going to try to do it. One of them is bound, and so they're going to try to break the entangling vines around them.
So can I do the rest of my turn?
Yeah. What's the rest of your turn?
6. Just move. There we go.
Simple. They do not break out of the vines. Let's see if this one is able to jump and try to get it.
Oh, so the ball should be like there.
Cannot get it. Mentalist also going to try. Does not make it. The flyer is the only one who has a chance of like trying to like fly up and get it, so I'm going to roll focus for them.
Doesn't Theodore get to go before the flyer?
Because they're all waiting, Theodore can make a power check, and then whoever wins this is going to be the one who interrupts first.
Okay.
Yes. So how would I do a power check?
Use your psychokinetic manipulation and roll your focus.
Yes, psychokinetic. Roll focus. Looks like.
So that was a.
Oh yeah, I'm very focused on this game.
Yeah, so you get a raise, so you've got fine control over the ball.
Okay.
Did you spend... So, where it says PP cost, put that to 2 or 3, depending on what the range you're putting on this. You only need the 1 power point to get it into Cheyenne's hand.
1 PowerPoint. I kind of wanna
Put it
do more.
You can maintain this power, and by default, it lasts for 5 rounds. So even though you put it into his hand, that doesn't mean you can't continue to control it, so long as it stays within your range. So you might want to boost it to 3 and then hit subtract.
Can he pick up Cheyenne and move him to the bucket so he can just do a slam dunk?
He can really only pick up like
Small.
like 15, 20 pounds. It's stronger than a mage hand, but it's not like super strong. His strong telekinesis is very coarse, like his like burst thunder shot. That was powerful, but it's not fine control.
So you either want to take the shot yourself or pass it to Cheyenne.
Yeah, okay. I want to take the shot myself, so I just subtract 3.
So you should be at 7 power points.
Okay, so
be ahead 3-2.
I have no idea how to play basketball in real life, so I'll take your word for it.
Anything outside that half circle is 3 points.
Okay. So, I guess do I just throw the ball? How would I?
You're using your telekinesis to put it in the hoop, I thought.
Yeah,
So because you passed, you can just do it.
Okay, it's just done. And to add salt to the wound, could I just like do it so like it's like Road to El Dorado style, like the ball just keeps on hooping through like in a circle?
You can't loop it around, but it will not give additional points.
I know, but I just want to piss these guys off.
Definitely, you're flexing on them, and the duration on that is going to go down, but you still have control of the ball, and now they're going to throw it from the outside bounds.
Yep.
Oh, I still have control over it?
Yeah, you just like your psychokinetic grip is on the ball right now.
Okay, so maybe those guys believe I don't have control, but I will. Okay, this is fun. This is gonna be. I'm rocking on these
we've
guys.
gone
Oh my
through-
god.
Like all the turns we skipped. How do we get a turn in?
It depends on like how you want to interrupt. Typically in Savage Worlds, you'd make an athletics roll, and that's how you interrupt. And it's like if you beat their athletics roll, you can. But my house rule is that you roll whatever your character is trying to interrupt with. So like if your character was like waiting their turn, they had a sword in their hand, and they wanted to get somebody once they got into the range, you'd make your fighting check to try and hit them before they hit you. But for this, it's athletics. What are you trying to do?
Well, I was gonna cast more magic.
Do it. Who are you trying to entangle this time, or whatever it is?
Well, I was gonna try more entangle. Let's see, how far can I cast since they
I'll
moved?
go back here since
By default, it is your smarts, but it might be bad sportsmanship to entangle people when the ball's not in play, but still, it's allowed by the rules.
I don't think I'm close enough though, so I would have to move closer.
I mean, I already got like psychokinetic control of the ball. We're already kind of cheating, but
he's just gonna rip it out of his hand when he tries to pass him in.
So I need to roll focus to be able to interrupt and get a turn at this point, correct?
Yes, so you could say, like, I'm going to have the initiative roll over at the moment he throws the ball, but you can interrupt him before he throws the ball, and you could, like, try to entangle the ball. You could try to entangle one of his classmates as he throws the ball.
Who's throwing the jumper?
This guy out here.
I'm going to change it to the flyer.
Okay.
Why
you want to try to interrupt as they throw the ball, if I can.
You absolutely can. So they're going to go ahead. Everybody get into position, because that's what you can do at this point, wherever you want to be.
does it really matter where I am?
Not really, because your range is the entire basketball court.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stay in the middle here, just not moving.
All right. So now the flyer is going to make an athletics roll to try and throw it to the jumper. It's a bad throw. It's going to tumble in that D12 direction. It's going to go at 4 o'clock.
Towards Nathan. Kinda.
Well, it's from where the jumper is, so that'd be more towards where. Yeah, so that's where, like right by where Nathan is. And now I'm going to roll the d6 to see how far. It cannot go further than half of the distance, so it's going to go 6 inches from the jumper towards Nathan. Move this real fast.
Goes out of bounds. It's our ball.
Nathan didn't act. Does he want to try to interrupt right now to catch the ball?
Yes.
So make an athletics check while it's like flying in the direction of the raptor.
Ah.
So you do not catch the ball. Or maybe you do. Yeah, you do.
I will Benny that to grab it.
You get a good hold. Because it's a raise, I say your character figured out how to dribble as a bird at the same time.
Just gotta keep on flapping those wings.
And what is Nina doing?
I want to entangle people. So do I need to roll the focus to do that interruption? To see if I can?
They have already tried to interrupt. So you were just rolling your power to activate it. It's not an interruption anymore because they failed to do their interruptions.
Okay. So now if I want to try to make it an area effect, I don't know that I really can hit multiple people with it.
You could probably hit the mentalist and the jumper at the same time.
Okay. So that costs extra 2 plus 2 points medium blast.
Yeah, so it's +2 for a medium or +3 for a large blast. But I think medium will be enough for them.
Okay, so I extra PP, I add 2, and then
Yes.
I try to roll the focus. I'm
You
still
cast it.
targeted, but
And then
how do I...
in there should be like 2 little circles. Like there's like a 2 and a 3 in there next to your power. Click the 2.
So I click template 2. Okay,
And then place that.
like that.
They are both bound now. The jumper was already bound. He's like double bound. And now the mentalist is also bound.
Okay.
And now we're going to go through onto initial. I guess Cheyenne is going to run towards Theodore.
Where did, oh, yeah. He is the ball. Oh, why is he running that way? Doesn't the bird have the ball?
The bird does have the ball, but he's like trying to protect Theodore.
Oh, okay.
And then it is the Conjurer's turn. The Conjurer is going to try to make a barrier again.
Time for a foul.
This can't seem to do it. They can't seem to manifest the barrier around here. So they're going to just move closer to it, hoping that whoever does it is going to miss.
Just can't catch a win.
It keeps turning into nighttime at the end of all of these initiative rounds, and I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't get a chance to troubleshoot it. Top of initiative is the Jumper. They're going to try to get out of the binding. And they don't manage to do it. They can't move. They can't do anything. That was an action to try, so if they wanted to multi-action, they would have had to declare it beforehand. It's Cheyenne's turn. Holding his action. Now it is the Mentalist. Typically, you cannot activate powers if you're fully restrained, like they are. They can only break free using Athletics or Strength -2. Because of that -2, they are bound. Nina's powers are paying dividends, and the crowd goes wild, seeing the effects of the flex of your gifts. The Conjurer is going to try again.
Oh.
And they get a little bit of a nosebleed as the static around the basketball hoop just doesn't seem to take place. They get some fatigue. Then it's the Flyer.
It's the one out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
Or she.
I'm really going by like what the random... I have wildcard tokens, so when I put them down, it just happened to be there. And I was like, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So she will try and does manage to fly. And they're playing defense. They're basically giving cover to the hoop, so anybody who tries to get it in, it's going to be a little bit harder. Theodore's turn.
Okay, so Nathan, are you gonna allow me to just psychokinesis the ball into the hoop, or do you want to do it?
I would be perfectly fine letting you do it.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna psychokinesis the ball. The ball just flies up and straight through the hoop. I guess I have to roll like.
You do need to roll focus at a -2 because this person is giving cover to the hoop.
Okay, should not be a problem. D12, -2.
Famous last words.
Okay, well, Nathan is too good for this.
Well, it's only an 8.
Nah, you hit.
See?
6-2.
So close. But no cigar.
And if people are comfortable with it, I'm willing to just call this scene right now. Your characters thoroughly trounce these upperclassmen, showing off your extreme powers, particularly with the guidance of Theodore, the psychokinetic, manipulating the ball, and Nina holding down all of your enemies.
Yeah. Sorry for taking all the shots for you guys.
And so, Richard Aeleres XV says, congratulations on your victory. I'm sure you will be welcome additions to the semester. Your dorms are upstairs. And then we're not going to go to the dorm scene. Actually, let's go ahead to the dorm scene. And then the other stuff we can do kind of like if we have to come back over here.
I was wondering, do our points come back like after rest, or are they like permanently gone?
Great question. So normally after an hour of rest, which could be calm walking, getting a massage, actual sleeping, stuff like that, you recover 5 power points. But we're fast forwarding. Everybody should fully recover not only their power points, but any fatigue or something that happened. Also, their effects should end.
So we would just click refresh PowerPoints.
Yes, next to where it says, there's just a little recycle sign next to your power points. Refresh your power points.
Ooh.
Where's that on the character sheet?
Under the powers tab.
Okay. There it is.
And now I'm going to use the interlude rules. We're going to go through this all once. Everybody gets to draw a card, and that's going to determine whether you're going to choose to do downtime, backstory, or a trek. And then the suit on the card determines how well that goes, gives you the option to like roleplay a little bit. And if you opt in and do a good job, I will award you with a Benny before the conclusion of this adventure, which is going to be like a little action scene.
Dealt 1 cards to Samantha, but I can't see what it is. Oh, maybe if I click on that.
You got a King of Hearts.
Sounds good. Maybe.
Is that working now, Legs?
It worked for me, yeah.
So if in the chat, if you click on where it says your character's name, that'll show you the hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the Jack of Spades.
At the 2 of diamonds.
All right, so for interludes, Charlie, what did Theodore get? You said spades?
Yeah.
This is reverse alphabetical. Spades is the best thing to get. Hearts is okay. Diamonds, mediocre. Clubs are actually kind of a bad thing. Does Theodore choose to have downtime, spending time alone in quiet contemplation? Or do they have a backstory, which is a great victory or personal triumph? Or they go through a trek where they have a difficult obstacle that the group negotiates along the way?
Yeah, I guess he'd have some backstory.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Theodore's backstory?
So Theodore, I guess, when he woke his powers at the age of like 8, the first time he used them, he actually blew up his room. So he had to move to the US and, take up life here. He had to struggle. He had to learn how to handle his pretty erratic powers while, trying to get a good education. And so far, he's been doing pretty well for himself. This is the first time he's actually been with other people with abilities, because for most of his life, he just thought he was the only one. He wasn't able to talk about his powers with anyone. So being here is really, really great for him. He feels extremely happy to be able to find other people like him and learn how to control his powers.
Especially considering your character is the chaperone of this dorm room, I think that was a perfect expression. Please hold Alt and hit B to get an additional Benny. And then, what did Nina pull?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. So for you, downtime, your character studies or works on an object of some sort. Backstory, it's something your character wants or already has. And trek, you and the group might find something that helps you along the way.
So how does trek work?
You
Is it kind of
get to be clear, like I think it's going through the semester. Normally the trek is like going on traveling, but this would be you trekking through the semester. Maybe your character finds some minor treasure in the school or in the dorms that a previous class left. It's like, oh, like this is the notebook, like this is the textbook, and it's got all these nice notes in the margins, so like that. Like you can be creative and like make it up.
okay. And that's something I do right now?
Right now.
Okay. So Nina wants to find like the ultimate seed to grow like whatever she wants, like a seed of everything that she just keeps in her pocket. Something like that.
This sounds a bit like downtime more than a trek. This is something your character studies or works on an object of some sort, so your character can go with the groundskeeper. And why don't you expand on that for me a little bit more?
So more kind of like a science type thing, like develop a seed that can do all kinds of stuff.
What's the rootstock of this plant?
Probably a flower. A thorny flower, like rose, potential with poison abilities and stuff.
So rose crossed with nightshade.
Yeah. And maybe like a Venus flytrap.
I think you did a good job considering how I put you on the spot there. Go ahead, hold Alt and hit B to get another Benny. Samantha, what did you draw?
King of Hearts.
Hearts. Downtime. Your hero practices a skill. What is it? Or its backstory. A tale of the hero's greatest love, whether lost, found, present, or waiting at you back at home. Or a trek. How the party endures a trying hardship on this journey through the semester.
Ooh. So, Samantha was born, so I think it'll be backstory.
Her backstory. And tell us a little bit about the character's backstory, but something that Samantha loves, whether it's lost, found, present, or like maybe she falls in love with somebody at the school even.
So can it be parental love?
Absolutely. Love is a beautiful, dynamic, and versatile thing. There's 100 types of love.
She's in love with the idea of her mother, but she doesn't know who her mother is. She was raised in a laboratory. She was a genetic experiment. She does have a belly button, so she's pretty sure she has a mother. She's been trying to find out the whole time that she was in the lab who her mother was. She was getting close when she found out that her batch of genetic experiments was to be liquidated, so she escaped from the lab, and she did not get to find out who her mother is. But she does have a lead on where to find that information back at the lab if she ever can sneak back in.
Does she bring this up with the faculty at all?
Probably with who's the person that she met when she came to the school before the semester started? Probably with that person.
It was most definitely Richard Aeleres XV,
So yeah, she'll speak with Richard,
the dean of the school.
The dean of the school, about that. Yes.
And he'll tell you that he will look for your mother, but it is a difficult task, and he will invest resources into expanding things into ways that maybe she hasn't imagined before. Well done. Go ahead, hold Alt, hit B. Nathan, what did you draw?
6 of clubs.
Clubs. So for downtime, your hero broods or is angry about something. For backstory, you share a tale of misfortune from your hero's past. A trek is the hardship the party overcomes on your trip through the semester.
I'd probably go with backstory.
A tale of misfortune from Nathan's past.
As the semester goes on, anyone who is around Nathan a lot notices when he turns into animals, they're always the same kind of animals, like they look identical. They would find out that they are pets that he's had in the past that he's lost, and this is his way of kind of holding on to them. Basically keeping their memory alive, if you will. And it very much troubles him that he, has lost these animals. So even making friends, even though he is chatty, he is still a little on the defensive of he has lost a lot in his life already and definitely worries about losing more.
That was beautiful. Please, hold Alt and hit a B. And now it's probably deep into the semester, so it's like winter time, but before winter break, after Thanksgiving break. So I know there's it would give characters like an opportunity to be like, if you wanted to go back home for any of those things, you could have used that during the interlude. But nonetheless, on one night, everybody, at least you four, are staying up late watching some TV together when everybody makes a notice check. Is the skill.
Okay.
I must be asleep.
I didn't roll for some reason.
Or you just really like this episode.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, Adventure Time, my guy. It's the best show ever.
Mathematical. So Nathan definitely notices. Then hears in the rooms to the south, southwest, and west of you, there is the breaking of glass, and then the muffled noise of people shuffling around. For Theodore and Samantha, all you hear is from the south, you hear one of your classmates say, "What are you doing here?" And then they fall over. You hear them fall on the ground.
So like in the other room, though, not in this room.
Not in this room, yeah.
Yeah.
In another part of the dorms.
Yeah.
How do people respond to this information, Nina? She's just too engrossed with the television.
Okay,
What was that?
well, I'm definitely gonna go check out what happened to that kid outside, because, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare to use burst as soon as he sees anyone. If, he has his hand raised and he's moving. Which door would it be to find which
The
noise
south
came
door.
from? Okay. Okay. Does anyone want to come back me up? Cause I don't.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You guys gotta
Just-
turn the TV off or something.
Are there
You
any
can.
windows in our room?
Is Nita turning the TV off?
What if someone interrupts me and tells me to? Yeah.
We just kind of ran down here. We didn't interrupt you.
So we're all going this way.
Are there any windows in our room?
There are windows, but like in your bedroom, they would be in the side doors. It's nighttime currently. Cheyenne and Joan, I didn't introduce Joan, but she's like an elementary schooler with illusion powers. They are both asleep right now. Cheyenne, he's got a rigorous routine. He sticks to it.
So he gets up at like 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym.
Yeah, he's been asleep for hours.
Okay. I'm gonna open this door, and if I see anything I don't like, I'm gonna start blasting.
Go ahead, open it, and you see the hallway. However, you do hear some muffled motion in the rooms, not just the one to the south of you, but to the southwest and to the west of you as well. There's definitely something covert happening.
Okay. So he's gonna start tiptoeing. So would it be to the door right in front of him? Do you hear it sounds?
It would be to the south. If you're tiptoeing, please roll stealth.
Okay, let's see if I'm any good at stealth.
Oh,
Probably not, but he's an old man.
You are passable at stealth.
Jesus. Okay, okay. He has to be ex-military or something. He's too good to be true.
He's a wild card. That's all it takes.
Okay. Let's see who the hell's in here.
I'm gonna pause right there. You see 6 people in heavy military gear, like full covert ops riot gear, holding 4 of your classmates basically hostage. 2 of them, all of them have long arm weapons drawn, while all of your classmates are either unconscious or have their mouths already gagged and are resisting.
Okay. So, I held an action for this, correct? Like I was saying that I had like my hand raised ready to do some powers.
You did say you were ready, and because you got the stealth, you can do a power before we roll initiative. And Ben, you spent a Benny. If you want to alt B to get that Benny back, please do.
I actually had 2 when I was only supposed to have 1, so I was just getting rid of the extra one.
Oh, okay.
Not sure how I ended up with the second one. I probably hit it twice.
That's possible.
Okay. I'm gonna use Havoc because it seems like there's a lot of guys in this short area.
There are. Are you making it selective?
I suppose so.
So
How many
question?
would that cost to make it selective?
You go from a 2 to a 3. So change the PP cost to 3,
Okay, 3.
and then roll focus.
Focus. Okay. Let's see.
oh, nice.
You succeed with a raise. So now hit subtract, and then place the medium blast template.
Okay, medium blast template. Damn, this is small. Huh. Wait, you said medium? Shouldn't I do large since I did a bit?
You would have had to spend extra power points to make it large.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, like, if it's not hitting as many people as you want to, let's just look at the modifiers for the power.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I want to make it larger so I can hit all these
It would
guys.
be another power point to make it a large blast template, so a total of 4.
Okay, so just replace 4 and use large.
And large, and then you're down to 11 power points.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay. Subtract
All
4.
of the classmates are protected from your havoc, and all of them are going to make their strength saving throw, basically, and then we're going to start initiative.
Yep. Damn, I just flashbanged all these guys. This is the police, get down.
So the creepy soldier doesn't pass. The unkind soldier doesn't pass.
So is the creepy soldier just some guy in the trench coat?
This is the guy with the glasses on the left. There. So motion soldier doesn't pass. It's a -2 because you got a raise, so there it's even more powerful. The obedient soldier, same thing. Modern soldier, exact same thing. So you knock back all of them. Please roll 2d4.
2d4. So do I just click on like where I did havoc, like 2d4?
No, like on the bottom of the chat, there's those different dice pictures. Click on the d4 twice and then hit roll.
Okay, so okay, and roll.
So they're all going to get tossed 6 inches.
Okay, I'm guessing would they all like hit the walls?
Yes. So read your description for Havoc. Tell me what happens when they hit the walls.
Yeah. Where would that be? Just in like.
If you scroll up and then you click on the name, or if you hit like the edit button on your power.
Okay, let's see havoc. Yeah. So. Let's play. Those. If you. Victims who strike the hard object such as a wall take 2d4 damage, non-lethal unless it's a spiked wall or an other more dangerous hazard.
So make sure Ace is selected next to the roll button, then hit 2 more d4, and then roll it with Ace.
So Ace on. Yeah. Okay. So I'll roll. Yeah, 2d4 and a roll.
So they are all shaken at the start of the combat.
Should not have messed with this school.
Was anybody doing anything else as Theodore was approaching the door?
Sam was also going to try to stealth into the room.
Roll stealth.
Nope. Place.
And so Samantha can get through this door, and then she stops as the floors creak under her.
Yep.
And then top of the initiative, it is their turn.
I don't know why it
Beginning
froze
combat,
like
it
that.
automatically rolls the spirit for them. And so all he's going to do is he's going to pace up and get closer to the people he's trying to capture anyway. Next one, still shaken. This is what happens when they're not wild cards. Like having that wild die helps so much. Nina, you're first.
All right. I'm going to move right here. And then I'm going to try to entangle them.
So you're going to need to spend a little bit of extra juice to make it a blast template.
Okay. Does it matter if I entangle already unconscious students?
Objectively speaking, probably not. They're not unconscious, they're already bound is what it is.
Okay. So I'm going to do the 3 extra points for the large and then roll focus.
And roll. Alright, so place your blast template.
I think that's the best.
Very nice. And next is another one of them. Still shaken, but they're going to move to the edge of this area. Theodore's turn.
Okay. So let's get cracking. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do a thunder shot on my burst. Cone. Yeah, so just think I'm gonna do a cone.
You are probably going to want to definitely make this one selective, otherwise you're going to be hitting your classmates.
Okay. I mean, maybe I could maneuver. Actually, can I move first? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can move those 5 inches because you're an elderly man.
Yeah. Age means nothing. Oh my goodness, I'm having like troubles because like my thing keeps on like. Yeah. Oh, it's because I am blast waves done. Okay. So 5. So gonna go here, and then I'm gonna press focus. Eight.
And so you can place your cone.
Okay. Let me just see if I can maneuver. Like, so, cone template. On me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
And then it'd be the mouse wheel to replace it, to like rotate it.
okay.
So place that again.
Oh. Okay. My goodness, my mouse wheel is being kind of crazy right now, so. Yep, rotate. Okay. I guess I can hit those 2. Yeah, would that hit both of them?
I can't hit it until you place. I can't see it until you place it.
Yeah, would that hit both of them?
Yeah, I'll help them.
Would that hit the guy right there? Right next to him? Or no?
Just the 2 around the table.
Okay, so I guess I just hit those guys. Can I roll a d6? Or 2d6 damage.
3d6, and you got a raise, so click the raise option, so it'll become 3d6.
Oh. Is there a raise option?
When you click on the 2d6 for damage, in the middle button it says roll raise.
Okay. Roll raise.
17, a massive amount of damage.
Those guys are eviscerated. They're not coming back. I mean, they're not dead. They're just sleeping.
They are incapacitated. A good round, exercising that awesome power you have, and it's Samantha's turn.
I don't understand why these guys don't just run away.
It's been like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
didn't have time to run away. So I'm gonna boost focus and move. And I'm gonna add the shroud ability for the extra power point.
Alrighty.
Ooh. No,
It activates.
I was hoping for the double, but that's better than nothing. There.
Nathan's turn.
I am going to head out the west door. As I open it, I'm going to activate my shape change power.
Your character would know that this door is to a bedroom, so you probably need to get to the hallway, and then you would go west.
Oh, okay. So I need to go south to get there? Or where's the hallway?
We can say you started here, because it seems like you were ready to go through that door. I think you were going to get to another dorm. But you could start there, and then you get your 6 inches.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to activate my power. I'm going to add an extra power point for Shroud for it.
Nice. Get some shroud. Activates. What are you turning into?
Spider.
Nathan had a pet spider.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the soldiers actually does manage to remove their shaking condition. And it's this emotional soldier who is not in the binding effect. So he's going to aim his gun at Theodore and just let fire.
Gotta make sure it hits, otherwise he's dead.
He is using auto fire, so it's going to be a -2 penalty for the recoil, but he can do additional hits for more raises. He hits Nathan one time. He's distracted, so it's a -2. That is 7 damage to Nathan, which you can spend a Benny to soak it and maybe not become shaken, or you can just take the shaken condition.
I'll take Shaken.
Oh, sorry, I said Nathan. I don't know why. But I meant Theodore. Nathan's in the hallway. He can't hit you.
I don't know if I was being hit out here.
Sorry, I don't know why. Nathan.
So,
it's
shooting
supposed to
at
be
the spider.
TH.
So what can I do? I can...
You can. Do you see the apply damage button on the chat?
Yeah.
When you click that, it'll tell you Theodore Graham is about to be shaken, and then you can choose to spend a Benny to try and soak it.
Okay, I can spend a Benny. I mean, I have 2, so... how do I, spend a Benny? Just like...
Press a B, and then you would roll Vigor.
B. Okay, I guess I press B.
Sorry, you press a B. You don't have to roll Vigor. It's just shaken, so you're just not shaken.
No, do I still take the damage?
You don't take the damage because the damage was shaken. The shaking condition.
Okay, so I guess he just cuts a perfect outline into the wall behind me.
Still quite a sight. Alright, rolling initiative again. Samantha's at the top.
Right. Gonna boost fighting. How does it do to do 2 actions in a turn? Is it -2?
-2 to both actions.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna do 1. I'm gonna boost fighting. And I'm gonna add actually, let's do the deflection power on myself and on Theodore.
So that would cost you 1 extra power point, because just 1 power point per additional target, and then roll it and subtract the power points. Target both yourself and Theodore. That would be mousing over and then Shift T for multiple targets.
So mouse over here and then Shift T. Shift T. Okay. And then focus. And
It activates. So you rolled focus. So I want you to activate the power. Sorry.
oh, okay.
So we can see that effect. Where you're
the deflection.
roll the focus, but you still activate it. If you get a raise on this, I'll let you keep the raise because I just spoke. No matter what, it's activated, but you might get a
1
bonus.
extra power point.
It does activate. So it's just going to be a -2 to anybody trying to attack you guys.
Then I'm gonna take my move. 1, 2.
And then it's one of them. He manages to unshake himself. And so this is the creepy soldier who is bound. All he can do is try to break these vines off of him. And he does not. If anything, he manages to wiggle just enough to get them tighter around his body. It's Nathan's turn.
Which one was it? The creepy soldier. Okay.
The creepy soldier is the one closest to Samantha on the right.
Yep. Guy right here.
What's Nathan doing?
I'm going to proceed to the next door and check inside.
The spider has a pace of 6. Are you running?
Yes, I'm going to run, so let me roll that.
So, tenant. This door is to the common kitchen.
Where did I hear the noise that... So, would it be the door to the south of me? That I heard the breaking glass?
That would also be... that to the south is like the furnaces and stuff like that. No, you heard it to these doors even further down.
Oh, okay. I'm going to keep moving that way. So that'll be my turn.
This guard also, he's distracted by the vines, so he does not manage to unshake himself. And I'm not going to spend a Benny. You know what? I got plenty of bennies. I'm going to spend a Benny to unshake him, and he's going to try to break out. And he does manage to break out of the binding. He's going to move, and as a free action, close the door.
So now he's locked in here with us.
With the two of you, yes. Nina's turn.
Is this door in front of me locked?
It's not locked, but there's somebody holding it shut. If you want to try and open it, it's going to be a competitive strength check. Unless you want to try and blast it open.
Let me hold action.
All right, just say whenever you want to interrupt, or that's your turn. Theodore's turn.
Okay. So I kind of want to try 2 things this turn. So first up, I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to try to do... You guessed it. I'm going to use burst right on these 2 guys right in front of me. Okay. And I got a 4.
So you used Havoc and Burst before. I don't think you have 11 power points. I think you have 9 power points right now.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
And you succeeded to place your cone.
Okay. Cone right here. Now let me scooch it around. That is... It's very finicky, my mouse. Yeah, that works.
That does work. Roll your damage.
Okay. Whoa.
10 damage. That is enough to wound them.
Okay. I also wanted to try something else. Could I roll a persuasion check to say, like, hey, in a matter of minutes, I mean, even a matter of seconds, I just wiped out half of your guys. Please stand down. You're not gonna win.
I would normally say, due to the brutal force you've used, this would be an intimidation check, but I'll let you use persuasion.
Yeah, because like, he's pretty calm in this scenario. He's not racing his horse or anything.
It doesn't seem that they are willing to stand down, though next soldier just raises his gun at Theodore.
Well, bad life decisions.
You have deflection on you, don't forget.
Oh, okay. So, if I use deflection, will that not hit?
It's
No,
automatically a
It's a
-2 to him.
-2.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so it doesn't hit.
So you can be a little cockier than normal.
So it not only does it not hit, but as his hands are shaking as he tries to approach you, and he instead of pulling the trigger, he drops the clip in his gun.
I'm just that scary.
So I'll go ahead and oh well.
You can go.
I was
It's,
gonna
it's,
try to
it's the end of
open the
initiative.
door.
Which you make your
You
strength
said-
check.
Right.
I rolled for Theodogram, but I meant to roll as the faithful soldier.
Oh, okay.
The soldier has the same strength, though. It's a tie.
What do you do in the event of a tie?
I give it to the wild card, which is Nina. Nina can open the door.
Okay.
So this didn't come up
Yeah.
during the basketball game. This game does have attacks of opportunity there. So if you get out of his range, then he'll be able to make an attack on you. But, you can still move around him.
So now opening the door was an action,
Yes.
correct? Okay. So I'll make that the end of this turn.
All right, you open the door,
And then-
back to the top. It's Samantha's
Didn't
turn.
you want to step in one step? Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try 2 actions this turn. I'm gonna boost fighting. And I'm going to add ooh. They have armor on, these guys?
They do.
I'm gonna add armor piercing.
I will allow that for boosting strength or fighting. Yeah, that works for me.
So I'm gonna do armor piercing. Does it look like one's enough, or should I do 2?
Probably gonna need 2.
Okay. Ooh, so I got a raise. So that's D10.
Yeah, your fighting is much better.
And then I'm going to move over here and punch this guy.
Target him and use your unarmed attack.
I assume I don't have my knife out.
You could have pulled your knife out when you were getting ready to the combat,
Okay.
when you were sneaking. And then it's under your weapons. Once again, you can keep that 9 roll, click on the unarmed, and target this guy just so we can see that sweet animation.
What is it? Just click on him?
You would mouse over him and hit T, not a left click, T on the
Oh,
keyboard.
T. That's what I forgot was the T.
And then click unarmed. Roll your fighting. We'll
So-
stick with the 9.
Yep.
It hits with a raise, so you can roll damage with a raise.
So how do I roll the damage then? Just in my character sheet? Oh, right there it is.
Right
Popped
there.
up. Yep.
I'm just gonna roll the fighting so we can see you stab at him, and then roll your damage.
It's not doing anything like. Oh, yeah, there it is. I'll roll with the raise.
13 with 2 armor piercing. So would you like to describe how you kill this man in melee?
I just punched him in the throat, collapsed his his larynx.
And now it's Nina's turn.
All right, this one that's in front of me, I'm gonna do the tingling vine.
Because you are right next to him, normally it's the 4 to activate, but this goes against his parry instead. So he does manage to avoid it just because
Okay.
he's too close. You can spend a Benny
And
if
I
you want to
can-
roll again.
Okay, I want to do that.
And that'll be on the right
that-
of the 4. There's a little circle next to like the rotating arrow.
I click a circle, but it doesn't.
It doesn't say
Or do
reroll to reroll spinning a Benny.
There's like a go back circle arrow, maybe.
Is there one to the right of
And
that?
then there's. Yeah, but I click it and it just expands what I rolled.
Yeah, and then you roll it again.
I'm not sure what I clicked to make it roll again.
I just clicked it for you. I hope you're okay with an
Okay.
8 to hit. So
Yeah.
you do
I think
entangle him.
that's fine. It wasn't clear what I clicked the second time.
When I did it, it just happened automatically. So I'm not sure what's happening, what it looks like on your side.
Okay.
He is now entangled.
All right, that's the end of my turn. So is Nathan as a spider like tiny, like spider sized?
There's a tarantula.
Like little spider sized?
About the size of a small dog.
Really
Oh.
big spider.
Oh,
Very big.
so like
Yeah.
so like an Australian spider.
Yeah, like a coconut crab. Coconut
Yeah.
crab. Splash.
And it's Nathan's turn. So you can move 9. Make a notice for check for me while you're there. So Nathan can hear more glass breaking, and it sounds like bodies are being dragged away from you at this moment.
In this room that I'm headed towards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this soldier is entangled. He can... So he is distracted, but he can still act. He's going to try to shoot Nina.
Do you have to beat her parry since they're right next to each other?
Correct. Normally the difficulty for ranged weapons is 2, but it's just going to be parry instead.
That equal.
It meets
Oh,
it,
no.
so he does, but he's distracted, so it misses, so it's a 2.
Yeah.
So he just sprays bullets right behind Nina. Theodore's turn.
Okay. So, this guy, is he not tangled anymore? He's just free roaming?
Which guy?
The faithful.
This one.
He is entangled, but not fully bound by her powers.
Okay, so he's still. I kind of want to keep this guy conscious so I can question him. So, what I'm thinking of doing is using elemental manipulation. Can I try to psychically yank the gun out of his hand?
Absolutely. So you're going to roll your focus. He's going to roll a strength to try and keep it. So click him, use your power. If it activates, then I'll make a strength check.
Okay. Focus.
And I'm particularly fond of this animation.
Okay, let's roll.
It activates. So you didn't target him. So target him and then roll focus again. We're going to keep the 7.
Yeah, target him. So, how's I target? Just like left click?
Now mouse over and hit T on the keyboard.
Oh, T. Yeah, T. He's T.
Yeah, if you left click, it messes it up. That's what I did last time. Ooh.
That's a bummer.
Still, roll focus again for me so we can see that animation. But he is going to retain his weapon.
Well, it was worth a try. I can still, like, walk up to him and try to talk to him, right? Or is
You can still walk up to him.
So, roll focus again?
No, it would just be walk up to him. You can't, like, try to coerce him at all, because you said you were doing one action, but you can still go right next to him.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stare at him while my arms are raised, and he's gonna have to brace, because next round, he's dead.
We were gonna question
Dead.
him.
So he got a joker. Did you have a question, Chris?
I was just commenting that I thought he wanted to question him, not kill him.
Oh, yeah. So he got a joker, which means that I get another Benny, and he gets a +2 to any of his actions. Same for you guys. If you get a joker, your whole party gets a Benny, and you get a +2 to all of your actions and your damage. So he's going to multi-action. He's going to try to shoot Theodore and Nina. That's his, like, rapid fire, and then going to try to break out the entanglement. So first to fire. So this is a net +0 because +2 -2. But he's distracted, so becomes a 2. I'm going to spend a Benny to reroll.
And Theodore has the deflection on him too.
Yes, and so that would have missed Theodore anyway, but he still wants to hit somebody. Still a miss because it's against the parry, and then he's going to try to break out of the entanglement. Doesn't get to do that either. It is Nathan's turn.
Wait.
10.
So going up to this door and opening it.
You can free action open it. You've got 6 left. I didn't move these people, but it should be that they're missing, and I'm going to open the door that's supposed to be open. And
Oh, is there anyone in the room at all?
There's nobody in the room.
Oh.
But there's definitely signs of a struggle, and that door on the far left appears to be open.
Okay.
So you can move 6 more inches.
1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, that'll be good for me.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try one final time to persuade him, and if he doesn't do anything, if he doesn't listen to me, I'm gonna blast him.
So it sounds
you're
like a
doing 2
multi-action.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm putting my hand on his shoulder and saying, "Kid, it's over. Everyone else is dead. You are the last one. Do you want to live?" And I'm gonna
Make persuasion -2.
okay. Persuasion
He's a
minus.
fanatical, evil government agent, or maybe not even government, could be private.
Okay. Okay, he did that. He's okay.
He's not
Dude.
responding to you.
This is his own fault. Like, he could have avoided this, but he wants to be all racist against mutants and this stuff. So, well, blammo. You're done.
Roll your damage with a raise.
Oh,
and
wow.
you can put that cone down for the sweet animation.
Dude is not coming back. He's eviscerated. This dude's dead. I gave him the choice.
Only
He's
probably.
I mean, probably not dead, but you know. Roll raise. Right? Yeah, I guess apply, target. Apply
I'll spend a penny so that he can try to soak this.
He can try.
And he does not, so you're going to knock him unconscious.
Had to do it to him.
Samantha's next.
So there's students at the table.
Yeah, there are 4 fully bound twice over. So they're bound with mundane things and entangled with Nina's vines. And Samantha recognizes the markings on this armor to be the lab that kidnapped and experimented on her.
Great. Yeah, this is my fault, guys. They're here for me. I don't know what I can do about the binding, but I can cut the ropes with my knife. Can I cut these 2 on my side? Or can I only cut one of them?
You can you can take cut up to 3 as a multi-action. So it'd be a -2 if you want to get 2 of them, a -4 if you want to get 3.
I'll just cut the 2 on my side. So
It's up to you if you want to do this as let's attack the ropes. That's going to be the easiest thing. It's a small target, so it's going to be a -2 because they're not super small. This is called a called shot. That's what Samantha's doing right now.
So what if I take my time and just cut one of them?
Then you could, if you're really taking your time, I would just let you do it. No roll. You can get 1 person. But if you wanted to like be fancy and like try to use your boosted powers to try and like cut through one and then another one, try and do it in quick succession, that's going to require rolls.
All right, I'll just concentrate on the first one, cut the ropes, give that student my knife, and keep moving. 1, 2.
All right. Are you running or does you have 5 more inches to move?
I don't really have a place to run unless I open one of the doors. So yeah, I will run. Let's see. Run die over here.
It's in traits, the die next to your pace under derived stats.
Yeah.
So you can move 9 more inches.
This is 4 to the door. Open
So your character would know that this mirrors your dorm. So that's going to a bedroom. I'll show you.
Oh, it's just a bedroom.
Yeah. So if you
And
want to
nobody in
move,
there?
there's nobody in there. But I will let your character not have wasted that movement if you want to move somewhere
Okay.
else instead.
And it's still 9 from here. Can I move over the dead body?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Go. So the familiar student has my knife to help the other people get cut out of their bindings.
Yes. And you have 1 inch left to move.
Okay.
Spider went left.
Went left.
Yeah, left.
Okay. Oops.
It's Nina's turn.
Do I have a way to remove my entangle?
This kind of sounds like a power stunt, but it's not like a crazy powerful power stunt. So I think I would let you just roll your focus to try and like rescind the entanglement around your fellow students. No PowerPoint cost.
Okay. Any modifier?
No modifier. It's your own plant matter. So they're no longer entangled. They are still bound.
Except for the one I cut out.
Who is totally free.
Yep. And has
And
my
can
knife.
free the others.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll follow the spider.
You have a pace of 6.
All right, there's 6. I'll go that way.
That's all for the other agents around in this area. And so Everybody, make a notice check for me.
Notice. Oh yeah, where's notice again? I'm sorry.
It's under skills, under traits.
They're alphabetical.
Skills. Notice.
That's one of the ones I put in my hotbar.
7.
Does Nathan want to try a nose check?
I didn't know if I was close enough to.
Your character can notice also. So this time, everybody but Nathan hears a vehicle turning over outside of the building.
Turning over, like starting?
Like starting.
Okay.
That does not sound good.
It's Nina's turn.
So do we know which
I
direction the vehicle noise was coming from? Downstairs, I take it.
It would be from the parking lot, which actually would be from to the southwest. There are windows from from the bedrooms that are on the outside walls, which you can assume have already been broken into to get in and out.
Do we, since this is like our dorm, do we know that like this is, 6 identical suites up here?
Like, let's say 4 identical suites, because in the middle, it's more like a common kitchen area.
Oh, okay. Okay, and the spider went to this way?
Yes, and I'm going to draw freehand just to show where the sound was coming from. I guess it's really dark, you can't see that, so I'm going to change the illumination.
Like down here?
I can see everything.
Yeah, that should reveal everything to you guys. Your character's supposed to know what these rooms look like anyway, and yeah, the majority of the students in the other dorms are likely already kidnapped at this point.
So we want to try to go downstairs instead of...
Or are we on the ground floor?
You're on the floor above the school.
Oh, okay.
I think the stairwell's to the right. Correct?
Correct. And that goes to the
All right.
auditorium.
All right. Well, I'll go that way.
So Sam's a sort of a thief. Would she know that there's a place that she could crawl down out of one of the windows?
Everybody can assume that the way these people got in is that they climbed up and then broke through the glass doors and then got in through that way. So yeah, you can assume the same, that you could just reverse that.
So they broke into the glass doors on the ground floor?
No, on the second floor. On the bedrooms connecting to the balcony.
Okay, gotcha.
I can probably make a hole in the floor and we can just jump down.
There are also stairs.
Yeah, but
And our spider needs to catch back up.
I have rope and a grappling hook, so...
oh, that makes a lot more sense. And also there's stairs, but that's boring.
That was the end of my turn. I just was like, let's move to the stairs instead. Nathan?
Yes, now it should be Nathan's turn.
Yeah.
So I can just get. So I can get all the way out to the balcony.
And that glass door is totally shattered. And when you get out, you can see a white van. At least if I pull this white van up, with these same armored individuals loading students into it. There are 4 white vans, and only 3 of them are running.
How far away from the balcony are they?
about that far.
Okay.
And they're parked like right in front of the school, like where you guys walked in, so they're not on the road proper. They're trespassing for sure.
Okay, that'd be my turn.
Cyclops and Wolverine haven't gotten them yet.
I have a non-plot hole reason for that, yes.
Because I don't exist.
Because
Yeah, but there's Badger and
because Badger and I forget what I called them. And Eyeliner. They're out fighting crime elsewhere.
Gazer Beam or whatever.
I've really thought about like doing like a good like and Incredibles already did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Theodore's turn.
So, I could definitely take the stairs, but like, you said like down the hall, like over here. I'm like right where, like right over here. There's like, what is this? Is just like a window here, where I'm like, I can probably like, I don't know how to like.
Yeah, what's
If
at
you
the
hold-
extreme west down there?
Yeah, like
But
over there.
at the extreme west, we can say that there is a window leading out, so you can see out onto the beautiful pastures of the academy.
So if I get there, I can probably use my habit ability to like set up a little bit of a zone here. Probably use some points to make it bigger, and like, can I try to like flip over the vans with my havoc?
You could.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Maybe not without injuring the people inside, but
Okay, they're mutants. They can handle it. Kids my days could always, survive overturning trucks. Okay, so I think I just have to run like hell this turn. So,
So roll your run die.
okay, let's see it. Run. Roll.
So you can move 7 inches.
7 inches.
Why not go back to our suite and go out the window there?
because they're over to the west, not
Okay.
to the north.
I can do 7 more?
No, that's the extent of your movement, unless you want to spend a Benny for a power stunt, and maybe you could propel yourself using your power.
But that would that cost power points?
It would cost power points.
Okay. I want to can I use my Benny to restore power points?
Correct. You can spend a Benny to recover 5 power points.
Okay. I believe I have to do that because I'm at 4 power points and don't think I'll be that helpful with only 4.
And it's not even an action, it's a free action to spend a Benny every time. So you can spend a Benny, get up to 9. And then if you wanted to power stunt, otherwise you could just regular cast Havoc and try to launch yourself, but that's probably dangerous.
I'm all for danger. How much would Havoc propel me if I succeeded?
I believe it does 2d4 or 2d6 inches. I need to check. But if you spent a Benny, it would be safer, and it would still launch you 2d6, but wouldn't damage you.
I already spent Benny to get my powers back, though.
It is 2d6 inches.
Okay, so does anyone else want to come with me? It's like a zone of effect, right? So
Yeah, it's an area effect, and you could launch everybody.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I'll come with you.
let's go rocket. Let's go. We're blasting off at the speed of sound.
So if you put the blast right there between Samantha and Nina, Nina would go the wrong direction. So you need to make a large blast template to the right of Nina, and then you could launch all of you 2d6 inches to the left.
Okay. So that would cost 3.
It would cost you 3.
Okay, so roll focus. Focus. Okay. Please work.
Ooh,
I am just
Yeah.
too good.
You
That's a
do pass,
16.
so this means you could launch everybody 3d6 first. Put down that sweet LBT.
LBT.
Large.
We are
large blast template.
okay. We are blasting off at the speed of sound.
So this template only is going to hit Samantha and Nina. Is that the large? Is that actually?
That looks like the medium.
So that's kind of your only option is to move them forward.
Okay.
She's gonna hit him.
We could because it's such a good roll, say that you would fly right over him.
Like bowling pins. We're all gonna just collide
Well, no,
with each
you're gonna
other.
fly over the top of him.
Oh.
Okay. If I hit it like right here, would it?
But she's
propel-
gonna go the other way.
If you did that, then she would go the other way, and Samantha would fly right into the wall, which would hurt her.
Okay. Okay. I guess I can hold my action. Is that okay? Until
No.
everyone like.
That would be okay, and you could actually, your character already moved, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we just say you moved not as far, and then you used it?
Okay.
Or we even went the other way. Oh yeah, you can be like right beside.
You could have been right there instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
All right,
That
so we're
works.
starting there. Now roll 3d6.
3d6. Okay. Okay.
It's just so crazy. It might work.
It just might work. Okay, so 3d6. No. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
3. Okay. 3d6. Kablama.
4,
That was 46.
46.
Or actually, it looks
Oh,
like
wow.
it was 3d6 and one and a wild. So
Oh, and a wild, so 10.
and it shouldn't have a wild.
Oh, okay.
So it should be a total of 8.
8.
Okay.
So actually, it should still be a 10 because it didn't count the 1d6 when I click on it.
Okay.
It expands. So
Yeah.
everybody gets launched 10 inches. I'll do this.
So
Jules,
10.
you want to move us as a yeah?
I'm just too good.
Still got a long way to go.
And now it is Samantha's turn.
So is it dark outside?
It is actually dark outside.
All right, I'm going to. So if I run this turn, is that a -2 to my action?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do dark sight and add the 2 extra movement to my pace for 1 extra power point, and I'm not going to run.
So here's what I'm going to do. Because it was nighttime, I'm going to let you have used dark sight at the beginning of this, like during the sneaking action. So if you still want to run, then does
Oh,
that
I
seem-
just wanted to add the extra pace.
I feel like dark sight is not a power you could hurry with. It doesn't quite make sense for me.
Okay. So I'll just run then.
But when you boosted your fighting, I think you could have then. So let's just do a retroactive continuity thing, and I'll give you the hurry. But it's not on
Okay.
dark sight. It's on your boost rate.
All right. So then I will run. Well, 9.
Would you like to spend a penny for your running die, or you're good?
Oh, I'm good.
So now it's all of the agents' turns. 2 of the vans close their doors, and they get ready to depart. So there's still the 2 on the bottom are packed up. The one on the top is still loading up people, and there's a third one. So there's a fourth one that I didn't animate that is just totally inactive. I tried to do this. There we go. So the fourth one is the second from the top.
Hulk when we need him for the fastball special.
Samantha's turn.
Oh, well, gonna run again. Is there anything like sprinting where you can do double your movement?
The run is the sprinting.
Okay.
If you wanted to do a power stunt, perhaps.
Boosted fighting and focus, so that I don't think either of those would help me.
No, like it
Maybe
would be a power
athletics would
stunt.
have.
So it would be athletics. Like it's a power stunt. This is a new power to basically
Okay.
give your character quickness. So I would say for this power, on a success, you double your total pace after running. If you raise, you triple it.
Okay. So I can just roll focus for that?
Roll focus to activate.
Okay.
That's going to cost you 1 power point. Your pace is now doubled for 5 rounds.
Okay, so my pace is now 16.
And now roll your running die if you want.
Okay. I don't know if I need it. Because they're... Oh, well, it's 19? Doesn't look like that much. Alright, I'll roll my running die.
And the -2 from running would still let you just have activated this power, so it's no problem.
Yeah.
So 18.
So 17. So I can see out the window.
Yes.
And you, I guess you already used your turn, so.
Yep.
And so yeah,
Okay.
now
Oh, I
Samantha
can talk,
see.
I guess.
You could talk as free action. You could say like 7 words, and you see those 3 running vehicles. The one at the top, almost fully packed up. The other 2, like you see them turn their brake lights off at this moment. They're ready to speed off. It's Nathan's turn.
Oh.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And I'm leaping from the outside wall to the van.
You are a spider.
Do you want an athletics check for that?
Let's
Crawl
do
down the
athletics.
wall.
Like you could crawl down safely, but like it looks like you want to make that distance faster. Make an
Yeah.
athletics check. You make the jump and you land on. You've got a nice secure. So that one was the inactive van.
Oh, this is the inactive one?
You could reach the top one though. That would be fine.
Okay. I was like, I want one that was potentially going to be going.
Is that your full turn? I think so.
Yes.
So, would a giant spider crawling on your van make you want to stop?
It might make you want to shoot.
Yeah, so maybe the guys have to come out the van.
That's very optimistic of you. It's Theodore's turn.
Okay, well, if I'm gonna have enough to, actually hit these guys, what I think I have to do is conserve my power points. So I think I just have to run like hell more. So like I'll use a roll running die. Roll. Ooh.
So you can move 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Too fast. Too furious.
It's a big school.
Yeah, this is a big school for an old man. Okay. I don't think I can do anything else. Maybe I could, try to scream my heart out to, try and distract anyone from the outside. If they can even hear me.
Sounds like it's Nina's turn.
I will run, maybe, or
John,
just a little bit.
our running rolls have been terrible.
So I can go 7.
Sorry, Samantha, please spend a Benny by pressing B because you did a power stunt.
Yep.
And then you Nina moves 7. Anything with your action?
No. I don't really think there's anything else I could do.
Is there any way you want to try and be creative with your power?
I mean, unless I'm gonna go like Rapunzel with my vines, I don't know. But maybe to get outside, but I don't know that they could really propel me down the hallway.
In theory, you could use them to like grapple your way through. Like you launch one and pull yourself, like they pull you. In theory.
I can try to do that.
So press a B to spend the Benny, and then I'm going to give you something to target just so we can see the animation.
Okay.
Go ahead, target this guy that's coming through right now. This little skull right there.
Okay.
Target him, and then use your bolt power.
Okay. So, extra power points? Because it's... The range is smarts times 2.
So I think you'll need one extra power point.
Okay. And then any modifiers?
There's a range modifier. That's going to be a -2. You do manage to bring yourself right to the edge of this.
Okay. I just drag myself over there? Okay.
Sorry, I deleted you on accident. But you're back.
Okay.
He's been erased from reality.
Would you like to describe that thing you just did?
I'm not entirely sure physically how it would work. That I throw a bolt but throw myself at the same time.
Like you're running, you launch it, and then after the vines puncture the walls here, they contract, and they're what propels you forward as they get you right on there.
A giant rubber band.
Yeah,
So
you
instead of throwing like free bolts, it has like the vine still on it that pulls me along with it.
Yeah, and because it's an active power, you can use this for 2 more rounds after this, actually, without spending any additional bennies.
Okay.
And that's your turn, but it took you out of initial. I'll put you back in. And then the vehicles start to drive off. They're accelerating, so there's one more chance for anybody who's not on the vehicle to get on.
How many inches is it to climb down?
This is the second floor, so it's probably like 3 inches.
Okay.
Would it hurt if you jumped down?
So if you straight jumped down, yes, I would roll damage dice against you. It's Theodore's turn. Sorry, it's a mistake. It's Samantha's turn. You got so many effects going on.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Actually, that was the 5th round. You need to spend a power point to maintain some of these.
I'm trying to remember what the first one was. Oh, my
So
boost on my boost power.
Yeah,
Boost on my
the
focus.
focus expired. This is the last round for deflection. So
I'll maintain the deflection.
So just spend 1 power point per person you want to maintain it on, and that would be 2 for you and him.
I don't think you need it on me. I'm not gonna be in danger.
I'll just spend 1 then. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And how much to climb up on the truck? How many inches?
The trucks are probably like they're like vans, so 2 inches, like 2.5.
So that's 15 to right there with the... Oh, so then token collide. It won't let me put it on top of the truck.
Very good. Make an athletics roll.
And I'll spend my Benny to reroll.
All right.
So how do I do the reroll? Is something in the chat?
Just roll the athletics again.
Okay. There we go. Better. Better.
And so the living weapon, makes the epic leap from the window onto one of the vans. Anything else with your action?
Is there anything up top here?
There is not.
I'm just gonna grab onto something. Is there like a railing or anything?
Yeah, so you can brace yourself. Theodore's turn.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a few things. First, I'm gonna try to do the Havoc launch again. Then I will try running, and then if I have any energy afterwards, I might try to if I actually get to the window, I might try to use my powers to Havoc two trucks that are running.
So that sounds like a run, it's a -2, and 2 actions for 2 Havocs. So that's going to be a -4 for everything.
Okay.
So first roll your Havoc.
Okay.
-4.
Havoc -4. Please do not screw me on this.
It's a 5.
Roll 2d6 to launch yourself.
2d6. Okay. No aces or wilds.
No aces on
No
that side.
wild dice.
No raises, and no wilds on this.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But they can ace.
There you go.
So roll. We should roll another 2d6 because that's 12 inches. For 8 more.
Goodness.
That Havoc launched you right to the edge.
Okay, so I have 4 left. Okay.
Climb down with
I don't-
3.
I don't need to run, so wouldn't I already used only 1 action, so would it
And you have
be
2 more.
You get
Huh.
one more. You get one more action,
Oh.
and you declared that you're running. So you're already running.
okay? So I guess I can run down here. So
That'd be an athletics free action to try and jump down without harm.
do I really care about harm? I've never even been harmed, so
That's your call. If you, but it's a free action, so you may as well roll it.
okay. I guess I can roll it. He's honestly
-4.
bad man. I mean, being a bad old man. He can only get a 2. It doesn't matter. A 1. Yeah, he stumbles down. He falls flat on his head.
He does take the damage. Let me roll this 2d6 plus 2.
Ooh.
Oh,
My,
brain
So
ankle.
that is against your toughness.
okay, toughness.
You're shaken, and it would give you 2 wounds. You can spend a Benny if you want to try and soak it.
I don't have any more bennies.
You have 1 Benny left, I think.
Oh, do I? Okay. Doesn't matter. I don't think I will. I kind of want to save my bennies.
All right, so I will put the shaken and 2 wounds on you. This means you can't take any more actions, but you can still run. So roll your running die.
Okay, so roll my.
But you
Oh.
already fell out of the window, so you're down there.
Yeah, so I'll roll my pace.
Yes.
Pace 4, so that's
You can move 6 more squares.
6. Okay.
And that's
Now-
it. Because you're shaken, you can't take any more actions. And when you fell, the wind was knocked out of Theodore.
Okay. So I can still I'm still in range to havoc them when it's my turn again. That's good.
If you get to go first.
Unless you want to spend that Benny to not be shaken anymore.
No, I'm good.
Nina's turn.
All right, so I can do what I did before and try to use my bolt to also grappling me across.
Yes, you can. So target one of these vans and then roll your bolt power.
Or can you
Okay.
template 2 of them and stick them fast to the parking lot?
There's another option to try and entangle them.
Oh,
A vehicle is going to be much stronger than a soldier, though.
yeah, and my range for entangle is only the smarts range, so I think I need to be closer.
Or you could boost it with additional power to double or triple the range.
Okay, well, let's try that. I'll target the second one up, or second one from the bottom.
Yeah, you just need to boost it once.
Okay, so that's
One more power
Sparks
point.
is a 6.
Okay. An extra power point, and then since I'm boosting it, I don't need to take any modifications for the range, or I don't
Correct.
lose anything. Okay.
Yeah, partially because it's a large target is also why. So you hit it with a raise.
Ooh. Nice.
Very satisfying. So it is bound.
Okay.
Is that the one
And
that
on
was
their turn, that was the one that nobody's on right now.
No one's
On its
on,
turn.
but was moving. Yeah.
It was moving. On its turn, I'll have it roll to try to escape. It is Nathan's turn.
The van that I'm on, are either of the windows open into the cab?
The windows are not open unless you want to spend a Benny to say that they are.
Like to, yes.
Spend a Benny, narrative option. You've changed the story a little bit. Both of the windows are open. It's a hot, muggy night.
I'm going in through the driver's side window. Pretty much just jumping in and attacking the driver.
Sure, you can move and make your attack. I need to pull a soldier in here for you to target. There you go. You can target that guy.
I'm going to do 2 attacks against him.
So each of them will be at a -2.
Mhm.
Please don't just roll fighting. Go into your weapons and hit the bite
Oh,
button.
sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. -2.
So his parry is 5. The first one misses. Try again.
I didn't put the -2 on that, so that
With the
misses as
multi-action.
well.
Yes, with the multi-action, it does miss.
Yeah.
So now I'm
Okay,
going to roll the piloting for this guy to try and break out of the entangle. And that is a success. So the van in the middle, it was stopped, so it's the slowest one. But the other two, the ones with Samantha and Nathan on them, begin driving away. This driver for Nathan is going to try to do a weapon attack against him. So he's using his free action to draw his ready dagger and then attack. The spider has a parry of 6, so that misses. Unfortunately, I'm going to say that this is now a fair escape from Nina and Theodore on their feet. There's no realistic way for you guys to catch up with them.
What about that fourth one that didn't start moving yet?
They would need to use their actions to get other, so we're going to stay in initiative, but we're going to say change scenes.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I could, like, use Havoc to try and jump up on one.
That's going to depend on how initiative is next round.
Okay.
Just give me a moment to set this up.
So now the one that's stationary, were there people in it?
There was nobody apparently got into those ones. It's like you killed everybody who's going to get into that one.
Oh, so we could just hijack it.
Yes.
I can't drive though.
Me neither. I'm an elderly man.
Don't know how to drive or You gave up your license.
I know how to drive.
Alright, so Nathan and Samantha are both on a vehicle. I need to measure how far you guys are from that one. 11 inches is the closest of you.
We're both, well, from the driver's door. It's about the same.
Alright, new scene. New music. So, chases have special rules. Did everybody get pulled over? Did that work?
It's still loading
Yeah.
for me.
99%. And it's just gray.
Alright, while that's loading, do you want to take like 2 minutes to like water break?
Sure.
Sure.
Just for this final action part. Alright, 2 minutes. I'm just going to set up the chase.
So now you don't do chase with the combat tracker?
It's kind of a hybrid thing. We're going to do the combat tracker, but there's also a chase deck I'm going to throw down. And for speed, I'm just going to have one of these soldiers in initiative. Once everybody's here, like I said, I think we're waiting for Chris. Then I'll explain. Oh, you're here? Cool.
Yep.
I just need to rearrange this a little bit. That's good. Alright, so in the chase, we're still going to have a regular initiative. These cards determine different complications that occur on your turn. That's what their purpose is. They're also to kind of abstract how far people are. These guys, everybody on the vans is going to be on the second step here, which means that Nina and Theodore have a limited amount of time to get into the chase. Otherwise, there's going to be a fair escape for them, and you guys can't fully participate in this. It'll be up to Samantha and Nathan to save their comrades. Otherwise, initiative is the same. Generally, if your action card is a club, then your character is going to suffer some complication. The chase card is going to determine what that complication is. Follow me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First up is Samantha with the King of Clubs. Samantha is on top of this van. You're going to need to make a athletics check. Because you are on a clubs card for the chase, it's at a -2.
That's
and
a
if you
spades
fail,
card.
it's a spades? I need to zoom in. I didn't see it well. That is a spades. Let's see what the spades do.
They're usually good. At least in Deadlands.
Alright, spades is not a -2. But if you get a failure, then it's considered a fumble and your critical failure, and your character will fall off the van. If you just get a failure and it's not a spades, then your character, like, you couldn't move. You're like holding onto the van for dear life.
Okay.
So make an athletics check, no modifier. You pass and you can move normally. You got a raise even.
So do I need to spend a penny to say that my windows are open too? Or since it was a hot night, they're all open?
I'm going to say his Benny is going to carry over for everybody. All these windows are
Okay.
open.
So I'm going to move up to here and try to kick that guy through the window, like do an Indiana Jones and knock him over into the passenger seat.
Awesome.
And
With your
jump into
raise,
the window.
you have no need for an additional athletics check for this
Okay.
macho, cool, badass move, but you do need a fighting check.
Okay.
Target that soldier and make an unarmed attack. It's under weapons.
Oh, do I have to use my unarmed attack under weapons? I drug the unarmed attack out from my character sheet in the hotbar.
I'll put it back in.
Okay.
No, it should still be there.
Okay. Try it once.
His parry is 5. Would you like to spend a penny to
spend
reroll?
Penny to reroll.
And you really don't have your unarmed weapon?
No, I gave it to them so they could.
You gave your knight. No, I mean like unarmed is actually the name of the weapon.
Oh, man-armed weapon. Yes, I do, but I don't have it in my hotbar. Hold on. Gear. Unarmed. So click on that. There we go. Oops. For some reason it picked. There we go. That's better.
That's a basic hit. You can roll damage. So, a wound and shaken. So you're going to clock him right across the chin, knocking him out, and he's going to go to the side, and you can take the pilot's seat.
Nice.
There is another soldier in the van in the passenger seat.
But this guy's laying on top of him.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's Nathan's turn. You need to spend 1 power point to maintain your spider form. It's been 5 rounds.
Okay, not a problem. Okay.
Oh, I also needed to spend 1 power point to maintain my fighting.
Yes. So Nathan has a diamond, means no complication for you. You can act normally.
I'm going to make 2 attacks against the driver again. So, first one.
Go ahead, target them.
Yeah.
And then use those mandibles. That's a miss.
And I'm going to attack again.
Because of the mat penalty, also a miss.
Yeah. Okay, and that'll be it for me.
Now it's Nina's turn. You're going to need to... I put this at the distance so that you're like... the distance you were from it before.
Well, so I don't really possess driving skills.
You still get to roll a d4 minus 2 and your wild die, even if you're not skilled in it.
Well, so I do have a question. My using bolt as like a grapple, is this the last time I can do that based on the previous ones?
Yeah, so your character would need to get into this with an athletics check, just like to desperately try and chase into range, and then it would probably be long range, and it would be at probably a -6. That's -4 for the range, and -2 because it's nighttime, because it's just dark.
To try to grapple to the not yet moving vehicle.
Oh, if you want to grapple the not yet moving one, I'm gonna call it a basic focus check. Like you're in like the outside illumination of the school still, and it's not as far as the other ones are.
But then to get to say the middle one where no one else is, that one would be more difficult.
It would be a -6, yes.
Okay. Now, instead of trying to get on top, is there a way for me to get like to the back door and try to get inside that way?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because I think that's what I would like to try to do, because that's a much closer distance.
Just out of character, there's probably 4 soldiers back there.
So I want to try to make 2 actions. I want to try to use, and I have to see how many points I have. So I want to try to use the bolt as like the grapple to get me there, and then I want to try to use my own entangle to help me hold on while I open the door and just kind of flop around while it's moving.
That's a cool use of the entangle that I'm not going to force you to spend a penny for, because it's very in flavor. Like, it's not even a power stunt, but the risk is that you risk binding your character so that you might not be able to move properly. But you'll just be stuck there. So start by targeting that van, and then make your bolt attack -6 because of the distance and the darkness.
Did I target? No. Okay, I think I've targeted the correct one. Okay. So bolt, and then an extra one for distance, and then -6.
It's going to be -8 because it's also multi-action.
Okay. -8 plus 1 for PowerPoint.
The PowerPoint should be higher for the range.
Yeah.
-3.
Would you like to spend a Benny?
Yes.
And then you can re-roll.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure what I click on over here.
Click
in
B
the
and then
chat.
just roll it again. Or if it's faster, you can say, I'll just re-roll it for you.
Okay.
So this was better, but still your result was -2. So your first action, would you like to try that action a second time? As your second action?
Yes.
So she launches her tenderless bolts, and it doesn't, like, I'm gonna say it hits it, but it doesn't get any purchase on the van.
So I do it the same way. -8
-8.
and an extra PowerPoint. No.
Would you like to spend a Benny to reroll?
No.
Okay, so that is Nina's turn. You can still move your 6 inches towards the other van.
Okay.
Theodore's turn.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use my elemental manipulation on the third car? Am I in range of it? For my
So first of all, you failed your spirit check, so you're still shaken. You
Oh.
can't do any actions unless you spend a Benny to remove your shaken.
Fine, I guess I'll use my Benny.
Do you see the button for remove shaken with a Benny? It's on the far right, in the chat,
In the chat. Far right.
at the bottom.
At the very bottom. Remove shaking.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. So now you have all of your actions. Your character is injured, so you have a -2 to all your actions automatically due to your wounds. But yeah, what are you trying to do?
So, what I was thinking in the third one, I was gonna use my psychokinesis to basically put the gear shaft of the third truck into parking.
Or reverse.
You can't see it. So this would be a very difficult check because you're essentially trying to do blind telekinesis.
Okay. Then I guess the only thing I can do is try to use
What about the tires? You can see tires.
Can you pop
just-
the tire?
tires with my powers. Can I try to, like, slash his tires with elemental manipulation?
You can. Hitting a tire is harder than hitting a van, so hers was at a -8 because of the multi-action. Yours is at a -8 because the tire is a smaller target.
Okay, then. I might as well just use burst then, if I'm hitting something.
This is going to be far out of the range of your thunder shot. You could probably do a havoc if you use some additional power points to kind of boost it for the range, but your burst only has the cone range.
Okay, yeah. If I can't do any... Okay, can I use my movement first?
Yes, and you could make an athletics check, and if you pass that, then you can go on to that first chase card.
Okay, I can probably do that. Athletics. Let's try skill, athletics. Right here, D6.
And your wild die.
And my wild die, okay. Okay, roll.
So because of your wound penalties, it's a -3. It's a -2. 3, your character, He's injured. He just had a hard tumble out of the building, so you don't get onto the chase card. It's still a -8 if you want to use Havoc.
Okay. -8 for Havoc.
And it's going to cost you 2 extra power points, which is going to be the last of your power points,
2. I still have 4.
which could be another 2 to increase the range.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I can use Havoc to try and jump off on this first van. Right?
You could probably hit 2 vans with your Havoc if you place the template properly, but first roll it to see, roll your focus at minus
2.
It's a -6 range penalty.
Okay, -6 range penalty. So I just roll it and then we do.
We can do it manually, or when you hit focus, there should be an option to put modifiers in.
Yeah, it says multi-action penalties, so
Under its modifiers, hit name, and then -2 and add.
name -2.
Just like name is make it additional. Then under value, you can put -6 and then hit add,
Okay.
and then roll. Or we could do it, just eyeball it.
Yeah, I'll just add another additional and do a -2 and add and roll. -3.
So the good news is you don't lose any power points because you failed the check. The
Thank
bad
God.
news is you don't properly manifest your power. You're pushing too far beyond your reach.
Why did my character go back to like this?
I pulled you back because you didn't get into the chase because you
okay.
failed the athletics check.
Okay. I guess there's nothing I can do now.
You could move closer to the
Yeah,
unused van.
you still have 3 inches you can move towards the van because you're wounded. That also is lowering your pace, and because you're old, your pace is base of 5.
Jesus, I am really just dying.
All right, it's the soldiers' turns. So they're not on clubs, are they? No, they got diamonds, so no complications for them.
They're on
And
spades.
then
Oh, they're on diamonds.
yeah, they're on action, and they're going to try to attack the people around them. So let's start with a knife against Nathan. The spider has a parry of 6, so it misses.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's going to try to shoot Samantha.
So I have
You still have deflect, so it misses.
yeah.
And then as a free action, they are all going to move forward 1 card.
So
Nathan's turn.
would my
I'm gonna
truck
continue
move
to
forward
attack.
since I'm not pushing the gas pedal?
Let's have Samantha do a piloting check. Let's see.
I'm just sitting in the seat. I didn't do anything.
But it's still at its regular speed, so it doesn't lose its
Okay.
acceleration automatically.
Okay.
I give you a free action piloting check.
That ought to be good.
If you don't have it, that's going to be the unskilled option.
Guild, which is where?
Ooh, you don't have it. I'll drag one over to you.
Okay. Okay, now I do.
Nice.
Oh, I actually was
Very
able to
nice.
control them.
So yeah, I'm saying it does not.
So she used one of her feet and hit the brakes.
And now it's Nathan's turn.
I'm going to do 2 more attacks.
All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
That's a
Did
good
I hit him?
Roll your damage with a raise.
Dang.
Spider venom.
So you take this guy out. You can still move in, and there's one more soldier in there if you want to attack them.
I will. I will attack him.
Also a hit. Regular hit.
Excellent. Nice.
Incredible. I need to spend a Benny to see if this one is soaked.
Sure.
Nope.
Indeed not. So you take out 2 soldiers in 1 round. And same thing, it's like because you're not in a position or a form that can properly take the wheel, you probably won't get a piloting check.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's the soldier's turns. So this one soldier it's the one in his passenger side is going to try and shoot Nathan, seeing that his 2 allies are dead anyway. You are going to get cover, so I think it's a pretty decent amount of cover for a spider, so -6 for him. Misses entirely, just bullets riddling through the vehicle. The other one's going to try and shoot Samantha. And her parry is too high, so he misses also. Samantha's turn.
I'm gonna attack this guy. Target him. Oops. Targeted something underneath the card. Oh, is his name? Oh, soldier. There we go.
The hitboxes on these vans are a little bit weird. I just kind of settled and say that's enough.
Ooh.
But that is a good hit with a raise.
Okay.
You'll need to hit your unarmed damage.
Yeah.
I just rolled. I was hoping to see the animation. It didn't happen for some reason. There we go. Now roll your damage.
Okay.
Damage does not get a wild die. Oof. You take him out. And as a free action, rather than moving, you can make another piloting check, or driving check, or unskilled attempt to try and pull this vehicle home.
You could probably rear end that middle vehicle.
Good call. I was about to give that as a second option if you wanted to try and keep in the chase so that you could maybe save some final van.
That's what we'll try to do. Nope.
It's not a fumble, so you can move the chase 1 forward or 1 back. It's your call.
Oh, I'll stay up with him. I'll move 1 forward. Yeah, like right there. And like trading paint.
Nina's turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna run toward the stationary van.
All right, roll to run. Beautiful. So you can have 12 inches you can move. That's enough to get inside. And the keys are in the ignition.
Alright, so I can attempt like that unskilled.
Yeah, make an unskilled attempt to roll.
Okay.
Hey, you did it.
Whoa.
You probably
My-
crash into one. Well,
25. Jeez.
So you are going to have to leave Theodore behind, but with that raise, I'm going to say you can swing by. On his turn, he gets one chance to make an athletics roll to try to grab on.
Okay.
I'm-
Now, movement of the actual vehicle is on you to do.
It is.
Okay.
Does Theodore attempt to grab on?
Could I use Havoc to try and jump on? You know, like,
I think you would still need the athletics to get the grip.
yeah.
You're out of power points, so you can't like maneuver. Like it's too much rough action. You'd probably kill yourself if you tried that.
I mean, I still got 4 power points, but you know, I'll try athletics. Probably gonna fail. Let's see. Here we go.
So she does zoom in to try to give you the opportunity to get in. She might even lean her hand out, but she just doesn't get it. And the students' lives are too important. So she's like in between. I'm going to put her a little further ahead. And then next round. Theodore is officially out of this chase because he didn't get onto an appropriate vehicle.
how those bennies come from?
Yeah, it turns out that Theodore is not fully out because he pulled a Joker, which benefited all of you.
MVP.
So the last option for Theodore, if you want to spend that Benny for a power stunt to try and get onto a van or just straight up fly.
Straight up fly? What?
Superman.
Okay. I guess
Elemental manipulation to fly.
in an act of absolute like distress and wanting to save these students, these children from a fate, he's pretty sure that they're gonna be sent to like a vat and be like dissected. So in a feat of pure power, he's going to fly. He's gonna attempt to fly.
Spend a Benny and roll your focus.
Okay, spend a Benny. Benny is spent. With disadvantages or just
Your only minus is the -2 for your wounds. It's automatic.
okay. Attributes. Let me
Skills.
get on skills, yeah. Focus -2. I guess -2. Do I also do like +2 thanks to the Joker or
That all should also be automatic.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
You do pass, so that the Joker's +2 negates the -2 from your wounds. You don't get a raise, but you do fly.
Damn, I'm like flying grandpa. I'm just Supermaning this.
How far can he go?
I'm just gonna check the power really fast. So this is gonna cost you 3 power points.
Okay, I'll have 1 left, but I'm fine with that.
And I'd say he can land on top of Nina's van and still be flying for 4 more rounds.
So does elemental manipulation cost 2 or 1 power point?
That costs 1.
Oh, thank God.
It is Samantha's turn.
There's hostages in my van. I can't jump out and grab that guy, but I can attempt a unskilled driving check.
Yeah, it would be a driving check, and as opposed to being against his parry, it would be against essentially his driving parry. If you want to try and like ram him.
That has almost no chance of success, but let's try it anyway.
Got 3 bennies.
Yeah.
Would you like to spend a benny to reroll that?
I will spend 1 Benny to reroll that.
Ooh.
Hey.
Nice. So you do manage to ram his vehicle.
Can I kind of edge it a little bit in front of him so he gets to slow down?
So this is called the force action. You're in the same card as the aggressor. And he's going to make a maneuver check, a piloting check. If he fails, then he gets a critical fail, basically. You're like, you're bumping him.
Yep.
Alright, let's see. That should have exploded. I don't know why I didn't ace, but he passed either way. You're still in leagues with him. You're kind of taking control of the situation, but he has managed to hold tight, and you're both on the same card. On his turn, he's going to try to bump Samantha right back. Fails, and the guy next to him is going to try to shoot into Nathan's car. And he does manage to hit Nathan despite the cover. Nathan is shaken. Are you spending a Benny, or you have
I
no
don't
bennies?
have any.
You didn't get one from the Joker?
Oh,
You should
no,
have
I
one.
didn't. But I'll take shaken.
So I'll give you that Benny because it should have happened. And so yeah, you take the shaken, and they're all going to move forward one, except for Nathan's. Nina's turn. Nina has never driven a car before. She's a bit young for that. If you want to push this vehicle, you can make an unskilled attempt. If you fail, you still move forward one. If you do get the success, you move forward two and you catch up.
Okay, so I just roll unskilled again.
Yes.
You can do it.
You do still move forward. That's the good news. That means you're in line with Nathan. I don't know if there's anything on your action you want to try to do to help Nathan.
I don't really think there's anything I can do because I don't know that the entangling would work in like the moving vehicles so much.
Probably not. I'm having a hard time picturing that. So now it's Nathan's turn.
Yeah.
Nathan is not in charge of the vehicle right now. So I'm going to say that this club isn't going to cause a complication at the moment. You pass your spirit check. You're no longer shaken.
Excellent. I am going to drop my shape shifting and turn back into my normal self.
Your form reverts as a free action.
Excellent. Since Nina is next to me, would I be able to basically lean out the window and give her some words of encouragement with some persuasion?
Are you trying to support her?
I am.
All right. So yeah, absolutely. This is the equivalent of aid for this game.
And
So
since
you
that is
pass, she gets a +1.
I'm gonna re-roll that since it's a support roll and one of my edges is reliable, which
free
allows me to
reroll.
re-roll.
I guess it's a free reroll. A free roll, you might say.
Yep. So I'm going to re-roll that
Ooh,
in
ooh.
hopes of helping her out a bit
Wow.
more. Oof.
Boy.
What a waste.
Damn.
I think it's important to observe how well that aced. I'm going to, for this scene, I'm going to give Nina proficiency in piloting because Nathan's played plenty of video games, maybe even Gran Turismo. He gives her a good pep talk. And a +2.
Excellent. And that's my go.
All right, Samantha's first.
All right, gotta drive again.
Because you're unskilled, you do not meet his
Oh,
driving parry. So you can keep up with him unless he passes and is able to push his vehicle. Anything on your action?
action.
Yeah, so that was a free action to control
Yeah.
the vehicle.
Is there a gun laying on the seat?
Yeah, there are two dead or unconscious soldiers. Both of them had machine guns.
I'll pick up one of those and fire out the window.
All right, make a shooting roll. Go ahead. You don't need to target him because I didn't make an animation for the guns.
I didn't expect to shoot, but I do at least have the skill.
You do have the shooting skill.
Yeah. No, but should at least scare him a little bit.
Do you spend a penny or anything?
Yeah, I'll spend a penny and that wasn't.
It's like the inverse of the same roll.
Yeah.
Nina's turn. She feels very encouraged.
So I have to make the piloting roll.
You can now make the driving roll +2.
Okay. Did you add that?
I did.
Okay, because it's there now. All right, so driving and then +2.
Yes. You pass. Would you like to spend a penny to do even better? Or the chance of doing better?
If you move up, I can probably
Hop
use
over.
best PowerPoint to try to stop the guy.
I will. So I spend a
Move up.
penny.
And then just roll it again +2.
Okay. So there's no like one-click re-roll button.
There is on my side. I just didn't
Oh.
realize that you guys didn't have one. I see it in my like support thing.
No, that was even worse.
All right, so you were still with a 5. So you get in line with them, but you don't get to get in front of them to stop them from getting more advanced.
Okay, and then I don't know that my nature abilities really help me in a vehicle
In the middle of the
chase.
street.
Yeah. So
But Theodore could probably hop over since he's flying.
I can fly up the windshield and probably use my elemental manipulation to do what I was trying to do and like get the gear shift.
You can move 10 inches.
2, 3, 4.
So you're gonna fly like ahead of the van, and then make your focus check. It's like you're at a bad angle, so it's still gonna be at a -4 to make the telekinesis. Please target the soldier when you make your elemental power focus.
Okay, so I'm -4. I still got like, Okay, let's try. -4. Okay. Minus wounds. Wait, why is it? Oh, I guess it just like I'll add a multi-action penalty, which will make it -4. That's okay. God damn it.
It was worth trying. So you, the good news is that although you spent it less PowerPoint, you will get to try again next round because it's like an extended thing. That's a kindness I'm going to show you for this session.
Thank you.
Plus, you're kind of blocking his view a little bit.
Absolutely. Nathan's turn.
And singing the Superman theme. It did.
At this point, I don't see a point in trying to jump into the middle of all that, so I'm pretty much just going to start slowing my van down to come to a full stop.
Very reasonable. No need to roll for any of that. And so his passenger is going to try to fire on Nina. He does hit Nina with his gun. She doesn't get any cover because they're right next to each other. And that's 16 damage on Nina. She probably wants to spend a penny to try and soak that.
yes. How do you do it?
If you click on the apply damage button,
Spend a penny to soak.
Ooh.
And I'm out of bennies.
so you're not out of bennies, and you didn't get a pass on that one. Your soak is much higher than it's supposed to be. I wonder why that is.
I mean, all I did was click like next and next. So.
All right, so your toughness is 7. 7 is the shaken. 11 is 1 wound. 15 is 2 wounds. So you take 2 wounds and you're shaken.
So I clicked the take 2 wounds button.
I just did it manually just to make it faster.
Okay.
Oh, somebody got a Joker again.
Yeah, it's a new round. Sorry, I did that prematurely because I should have had that guy roll pilot. So I'm going to do that maneuver check real fast.
Okay.
Ah,
And he only manages to move forward, which all of you guys except for Nathan are going to move forward. And it is Nathan's turn. He helps by giving everybody a Benny. What else are you going to do on this turn?
That'd be about it. Come to a full stop, and I'll probably go to the back of the van and check on the assuming students that are back there. Make sure there's no more guards or anything if need be to fight them.
There do not appear to be any more guards.
Excellent. If anyone is tied up, untie them, that sort of thing. Basically, help them out with whatever I can.
You saved the upperclassmen. It is Samantha's turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to shoot this guy out the window. Oh, plus I get a free driving test too, right?
You get a free driving test, which would be unskilled for you.
Yep.
He will be able to peel away from you in theory on his turn and make your shooting. You do hit him this time. Roll. Let's see. It says 2d8.
8.
Make sure ace is on.
Ace.
7 damage. You do 1 wound. These guys are minions, so you defeated the pilot of this vehicle. And I think it's your turn, Nina's turn. You can assume that the passenger is going to hop in. You passed your spirit check, so you're no longer shaken, but probably the passenger is going to try to hop into the driver's seat and take this van if you don't do anything about it.
So take which van?
The central
One in the
van.
middle.
Okay.
I shot the driver.
So I have to make my driving check first, right?
Yes.
And then I still have driving for so many rounds, but no more bonuses from aid, right? Or from...
Correct. You just have the skill itself.
How's this? Good.
If the passenger gets to the driver's seat, he would need to get a raise to try and get away from you, is what this comes down to.
Okay. And then for my action, I want to try to heal myself.
Alright, use your heal power.
See how it works.
Thanks for targeting yourself. I appreciate that.
So I don't really... It's touch range, so I don't really need to change anything.
Nope. Just roll the power focus. Nice. So you healed all of your damage.
Okay. So wounds are gone, and I already wasn't shaken. Okay.
Back at it again. Alright. This guy has one chance, one opportunity.
Well, Theodore could theoretically splat on this windshield.
oh no.
Theodore is going to get rammed.
Ugh.
Theodore, would you like to use a Benny to make a soak check?
Sure. So what do I have to do now? Just roll
Roll vigor.
vigor. Okay. That is in... Okay.
Under traits, on attributes.
4.
Not bad. That is still going to shake you.
Okay.
The passenger does get into the driver's seat, and all he's able to do is accelerate into Theodore. Theodore tumbles onto the top of the van, and he isn't able to get away from Nina, but he is able to get away from Samantha. So I'm going to do this by dropping Samantha down a card. Theodore's turn.
Is it finally my turn?
It is, and you are no longer shaken.
Great, fantastic. You said you last round that you'd give me a kindness that I could do something.
You can do the psychokinetic control one more time.
Okay. Okay, I gotta try that one more time. And then I'd probably, after that, I could use my speed to try to like jump back onto the back of this guy's
Oh, it was a 12.
Yeah, you do succeed, and you were controlling the shift control of the van.
I like full force put it into reverse as soon as possible.
I'm gonna have him make a piloting check to see if he can combat that.
Oh no.
What it is that you do put it into reverse, but he manages to spin the vehicle around, and he's reversing away from people now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Did
but he's not as fast.
When he hit like Nina's van, if
I'm
he
gonna say he probably pushed it a little bit, but her driving roll was good enough that she doesn't get bumped up.
Okay, can I use my free movement
10
speed?
inches movement.
Yeah, just to hop back on here.
Absolutely. All right, he's at the top. He's going to try to do the same maneuver but in reverse and try to reorient himself.
One.
And he does pass.
Okay.
Not getting any further, but he does manage to reorient, and both of his hands are on the wheel. He can't make any shots or anything. It is Samantha's turn.
So am I still in range that I can no. I just gotta
You
drive.
could shoot him, but there'd be a decent amount of cover, and worst of all, the innocent bystanders rule will
Yes.
come in from your side, so you might hit a student.
I wasn't gonna shoot him, I was gonna shoot the tire, but that's probably even worse. So I'm just gonna drive.
Make your unskilled attempt.
Nope, at least it wasn't a crash.
So you're not going to crash, but your character's probably losing them as like all this commotion. Your character like pulls the wheel back and forth to try and avoid this swerving and spinning vehicle.
So with my action, can I stop the vehicle and get out and open the door?
Absolutely. Now you have rescued some of your peers. It's Nina's turn.
All right. So I need to make the driving.
Let's start
check.
there. You pass, so you are going to stay in the same car as him, and then you have your action.
So I want to try to entangle the van.
I think you're going to need to put at least 2 extra power points in there to try and get the entire thing. So you're gonna need that blast template, unless you only want to get the driver.
You think I can see the driver?
I think if you hit the driver, it'll be a -2 to your skill roll. If you do the template, it's just going to be 2 more power points.
I don't think I have enough power points for it.
You
Yeah, 'cause
could
it costs
spend
2.
a penny to get 5 more.
What's the difference in difficulty between trying to get the driver and trying to get the whole van?
The difference is 2. So it's
So
a
in
matter of
addition to
difficulty
more
versus
power.
power.
Okay. Let me just go for the driver.
All right, make your power check.
Okay. And then, did you say there was a modifier?
That'd be the
Because-
minus 2.
Okay. And that's because he's like in cover.
Yeah, because he's got all that vehicle ahead of him.
Okay. Nope.
That was a fumble, so you can't even spend a penny on it.
All right.
That
well,
also means that you do spend the power points, and if you were maintaining any other powers, they would be lost. And your character is fatigued as you try to pressure yourself. You get like an overcast from your effect.
Okay.
It's Nathan's turn. I think he's just checking on the saved people.
After I have everyone checked over, make sure no one's like injured or anything. I'm gonna see if anyone there feels comfortable driving. If so, we're gonna jump in the front. We're gonna have everyone get out of the back, and we're gonna take off. Is there anyone who thinks that they're able to drive, is a good driver? I'm willing to spend a penny on it if that would help out.
First, they're upperclassmen. There's a chance. First, tell me high or low. Do you want a high or a low?
Hi.
That's in the lower half of the D12, so you can spend a penny, and one of them will say, I have my provisionary license.
Can I spend 2 bennies for them to have a decent license?
You can spend 2 pennies to say that they actually are a decent driver.
Excellent.
I'm a very good driver.
Me and the upperclassman who is a good driver is going to jump in the front. Obviously letting them drive. Just in case anyone needs, assistance or anything, we basically can come and find if there is a overturned van or anything like that.
So you,
It's a stopped van right here.
you're not able to catch up, but they kind of push you over and say, yeah, I can drive. And they just kick it into gear, and you're all throttled and thrown into the back of the van as they get advanced 1 card.
Excellent.
Theodore's turn.
In my gear, I have a flashlight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and hang over basically this guy's steering wheel. I'm just going to shine a flashlight in his eyes, try to blind him. It's simple, but it's effective.
There's not really a weapon for this. Just make an agility roll for me.
At disadvantage or like
Just a straight agility, and your wild die will include it automatically.
okay. Hubba.
All right, so you are going to give him a -2 to his piloting check.
For the win, baby. I'm like a gremlin.
These 2 vehicles, which are fully accelerated, are going to continue on, which means that Nathan and Samantha are kind of like in the same spot, except Nathan's vehicle is at full speed. His turn. I think I ran over Theodore on that.
He's already been run over. It's fine.
In fact, he's going to try to ram Theodore again.
Oh wait, how'd I? I'm like,
He's like on the roof shining the light.
Yeah,
You're
they're
right,
like
Sharon. It's because I ran over him. I lost track a little bit. He's going to make defensive maneuvers to try and get away.
yeah, right.
Yeah, right, indeed. So he gets a fumble. Let me see what his card is. It's not a club. He's not going to advance in card at all. And that's, I guess with Theodore right there, he is going to try to pull out his pistol and shoot.
Through the windshield.
Through the windshield.
I mean, if he misses, he's just gonna hit the dashboard.
Well, he didn't miss.
That was not a miss. That
He did-
is a raise.
Yikes. Okay, this might be bad. Oh no. Oh no.
Ooh.
Theodore has no bennies to spend on soak, so you're at 3 wounds, and on your turn, you're going to need to make a vigor check to survive bleeding out.
Okay, so I might die.
Nina's turn.
Okay.
All right, so I'll make the driving check.
You pass. You can actually overcome him because he did poorly on his driving.
So go in front of him and hit your brakes.
So is that kind of an option to try to? Yeah.
I think you just need to use your action to do another driving check,
Okay.
but it is an option.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do another driving check to try to, like, I don't know, knock his vehicle so that he slows down or, spins out.
Knocks the poor old man off.
I mean, I can fly. So
Would you like to spend a Benny?
Yes.
where's
I'll
all my
spend my last Benny. And
Roll
I'll
again.
reroll.
It's just she's tired from pushing herself so hard from her power that she doesn't quite get in front of him enough, like close enough, so he's able to swerve around and avoid the collision.
How good is this guy? What is he? Wait, wouldn't it be a -2 since I've been shining a flashlight in his face?
Let me roll back. He should have had a -2. He still would have hit you, and he still would have. You know what? I'll take it. He does collide into Nina. It's a good thing that Nina's vehicle has no passengers inside of it. I'm going to end the encounter. This is a massive crash, but Theodore is on top of the vehicle.
Okay, if we're out of combat, I have a cellular phone. Can I call 911?
No, you're unconscious.
Oh, yeah, I'm dying.
Because you got yeeted from the top of a van, please make a vigor roll -4.
Oh my god, I am dead. Okay, there's no way to surviving this.
So since you're such an old person, do you have a defibrillating pacemaker?
I mean, I have a phone. If you guys can go in my pocket and call 911, maybe I can survive. Oh,
Nice.
You got the ace, and so Theodore, despite the incredible road rash, is still alive on the ground.
I am a god. Ugh,
Oh, man.
old man Jesus.
I got a first aid kit. I don't know how much it'll help.
I don't have
It
enough
might
power
save his
point.
life.
to heal him, but I could use my heal like normal.
So let's say that Samantha gets one opportunity to drive up and administer first aid to Theodore. Make a healing check. -3 because that's his wound penalty.
Okay. Please save my... Gramps needs his heals.
At least I'm trained in it.
Good. Thank God.
Well, I'll spend my last penny to try to save Gramps.
Spend it.
Nice.
Was.
Oh, yes.
Epic. You do
Oh.
stabilize him and heal him one wound.
I can never die. I'm immortal.
To that, I guess you are.
You all save each other, and as well as your fellow students. The driver of that van, he died in the collision with Nina's vehicle.
Hate that guy.
A
Yeah, he didn't have
majority,
his seatbelt on.
no, he was the passenger, so he just hopped right into the
Right.
driver's seat, so he did not. And the majority of the students in that van are decently banged up, but everybody in Nathan's and Samantha's vehicles are unharmed. You return back to the school for gifted youngsters, and you are immediately given your diplomas for stalwart efforts in defending gifted kind. Richard Aeleres tells you all that he's so impressed with your work that he invites you to his special hidden team called the Gifted. And that's where we end. Did everybody have a good time?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Ugh, that was really fun.
I had a lot of fun too. We went decently into overtime, but this chase scene just like it went places. Like we almost got to the end of the chase cards. So a lot there. I gotta say, as far as stars and wishes, I need to give you all stars for solid role play, expert control of characters in an entirely new system for many of you, and for giving me a chance to make a few mistakes as well.
Yeah.
Would other people like to go around and say what their stars and wishes were for this session?
I'd like to say that everyone definitely played their characters to the T, and they used their abilities really well.
So what exactly do you mean by stars and wishes? I'm just curious.
This is like a debriefing technique that some game masters use. So stars are where you say, I think this thing was the thing that worked out really well for me. If I saw this again in a game, I would really enjoy it. Wishes are things that you think could have been done better in the future.
So for me, the stars would be that I think everyone did really well with their characters. I think Sloth, you did a great job of setting all this up. The animations, everything was great. It's really nice to see what all Foundry can do, more than just me kind of messing around with it myself. Yeah, other than that, I mean, the only thing critique-wise would be the basketball game took a little longer than it could have, but I mean, other than that, the little bit of pacing, other than that, it was really good though.
That's a totally fair thing, and I haven't played basketball since high school, so I didn't even remember a lot of the rules. Star to Chris for actually knowing the rules a little bit extra, and I agree, it did drag on a little bit, so once you guys were clearly in the lead, I was happy to just call it right there.
Yeah, I think all the characters got a chance to shine. It wasn't like anybody was waiting in the wings or anything. Except for the basketball game. The old man really put it to the other team.
I mean, I will say I was the MVP of this game.
I'm not sure I would say that. I think your character went harder than other people. But Nathan took a van all by himself. Samantha, basically all by herself.
Okay, I can say I'm a little bit of a... Honestly, this is the first character I made, and I think I made him a little too, like, combat focused or something, because...
You do have the highest die trait in the power skill, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, but it did come at the expense of me almost dying multiple times, so...
Lucky I had a first aid kit.
Exactly. This is why we all get gear. It's just so useful.
Yeah, so this session manages to end at a happy ending. I think you guys totally did it. You rescued all of your classmates, including the ones some didn't even get out of the building. Much kudos to you. This is a one shot, but I could see extending this sometime in 2024 for a chapter 2 of the story. In theory,
our first mission.
Yeah, your first mission. So I could do a second one shot for this sometime in the future. Try to include 2 more players, possibly. It's a shame that Crispy and Bumble Pumpkin didn't join us.
Yeah, but it
was definitely fun. Because this was my first time playing Savage Worlds, other than my attempts at solo, which haven't been all that successful because I don't know how to run the game and play the game yet. But seeing how you took here's what your powers are, but what do you want to try to do with them? I thought that was really cool. Yeah,
those power stunts were really cool.
I'm glad you like the power stunts. I think it's a really beautiful setting rule to have, because that's the problem with Firebolt and Fireball is they kind of don't say the other stuff you can do with them, but SWADE gives you that space.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even make up the rule. That's an official rule, so I'm gonna give the bonus to the game designers.
Oh, that's somewhere in the core rulebook.
It's not in the core rulebook. It's in the Superpowers Companion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that one. I just have the core.
Yeah. And this one doesn't include all the setting rules, but it has a lot of setting rules. Well,
the only thing I would have done different is I would have made her 16 instead of 15 and gave her a die in driving.
Well, she probably didn't watch a lot of driving TV or get stuff when she was being experimented on.
All the TV she got to watch was training videos.
If you guys want to play with character concepts, I would give you guys 3 advances before the next potential one-shot in a few months. And otherwise, thank you so much for playing. I'm going to head out. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll catch you online.
Keep running.
Have a good day.
Thank you. See you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.